do pretty quickly. I think that's like the best way, if you're not like super comfortable with the base game, to stay competitive, is just to like make sure you do not fall behind on weapon upgrades. We've seen that be the bane of a lot of base game players already this tournament.
Yep. 100%. Now the question is though is like, what are they going to be focusing on, right? When it comes to squares that could be next effective. I do think this 30 arcane square, even though it's a bit of a stat dump, is in a really nice spot. I do like the spot that it's in, so I'm expecting to see it maybe sometime soon. I do want to see this Theodorix into 30 arcane combo, but we're looking to see Jarberg here actually from Twisty, looking at 5 ritual pots potentially that are on the board, top left corner square here. Just getting that ready. Oh, what?
Oh, Lord.
Ooh,
Gets the quit out. Okay.
Quit out before it was too late. Very nice.
Now, 5 ritual pots is a pretty slow square. I'm kind of curious about this decision to go there this early. The nice part about it is there is a full stack of smithing 3s along the way, so like with it being like crackpots some of the time, like having it be like part of your upgrade route is really nice. Grabs the 3s on top of the roof. But with ritual pots, I've not seen anyone do this as part of their upgrade route. Just like a little bit of an early investment into a much later game square. But people do that with like the Moog Lord of Blood. They use the Dynasty to set up their cache for the game, get their Somber 9 and stuff. So like this is kind of an interesting adaptation on that, I would say.
Yeah, I think this could, you know, kind of be nice. Obviously, if it ever comes down to ritual pots being a race, her just having a little bit of a head start. And having those smithing 3s there too. Old Alto's tunnel here for Gray. By the way, you're going to be grabbing the Somber 5 here, grabbing Somber 4 and 6 as well. Colossal weapon checks, which is really, really nice. And yeah, I think he's looking for a full upgrade. Before
getting hit by knights.
crazy.
All right, we're chilling. No big deal.
Does get out. Very nice. Waits it out. Throws the... Oh, is that in the right direction?
What the hell?
Oh, he threw it in the wrong direction. That's tough.
Did he, like, aim his controller at the wrong moments? Okay, only one more stone to go.
So now he is in a bit of a pickle here. Yep.
And stepped on. Yikes.
Yeah, that's tough. That
I don't know what happened. It looked like his angle was correct. Maybe his, like, camera was correct, but his character was off center or something.
His character was definitely not looking the right direction. But, okay, we see
all the way
back
now. I mean, at least he gets his stones.
Oh, she's not grabbing that. Never mind. Okay. Sacrificial Twig is on that thing. We don't have talismans on the board here, so that doesn't matter. Grabbing the 2s here now and the 1s. I do kind of like this. I mean, this is a nice setup. Went to Jarberg for the 3s. Got 1s and 2s here from this merchant. Sets you up for Top's Academy key for later. A lot of setup here coming actually from Twisty, being like, okay, I prepped this square a little bit. I'll prep that square a little bit just in case. I kind of like this because it's also within your upgrade path, right? And she's going to go for the Somber 7 and 8 now in the Lake of Rot. And so we might see at some point both of them fully upgraded. Maybe she does see the Theodorix Arcane play. Just grabbing the Somber 8 for now here. I'm expecting maybe Gray might go for it too, but he's currently the Halleck Tree, going to be grabbing the Somber 10 here. First,
going all the way on this board.
All the way. I mean, if you see Fire Giant and, you know, I don't know. I feel like Fire Giant you kind of want to have a 10. If not, at least a 9.
Yeah, I mean, if he's
DPS.
rocking a greasable weapon like this, like with the Bloodhound's Fang, like Fire Giant's pretty weak to slash. I think with the Rot Grease, like you can kill Fire Giant +8 no problem. But yeah, nothing wrong with grabbing the 10 stone here.
Yeah, it's just nice. It's more comfortability, you know, especially with like a bunch of killing, I would say, on this board, especially with duo trio bosses. You can just take out these things just a little bit quicker, have a little bit of quicker momentum. Elder Lions, by the way, I don't know what are they weak to? Do you know by chance? I don't know if it's slash.
I have no idea. Like, typically animals, like, Elden Ring is relatively consistent about having, like, visual themes with, like, shared resistance patterns. So, like, animals tend to be a little bit weaker to fire and lightning, and a little bit stronger to, like, against bleed and frost. Like, they're robust, you know?
Yeah.
So I would maybe expect, like, fire to be the thing that they'd be weakest to. And oftentimes things that are, like, kind of fleshy, like an animal would be, are weaker to slash. So, like,
right.
It's mostly guessing, but I think a lot of those themes are typically pretty consistent.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's some things that are obvious, right? Same with, like, Earth Tree Avatars are going to be weak to fire because it's a tree, you know, tree spaces like that. So most of the time, yeah, it's pretty straightforward, but sometimes there's some like odd cases where you're like, oh, really? That's what they're weak to? Okay, fair enough.
I do feel like Erdtree avatars should be weak to axes. Like, come on, you're chopping down a tree. Like, come on now.
True. So slash damage, pretty much, right? This Royal Revenant here, kind of eyeballing Twisty. She just has to
hate
try
it
and
when this happens.
drop the aggro here before she goes for that 50k here. Just takes a little bit. There we go. Now turns around. Gray
really
grabbing
annoying time
those Somber Stones as well. So both of them definitely upgrading at the exact same time here. So nobody's going to have a head start on damage on these next couple of squares. And we do have some capital here, by the way. Acquire Market and Moog's Shackle on row 2, column 3. So they do want at some point to have 2 Great Runes to be able to do that specific square. I think that's the only one, though, beyond...
Yeah, it's
beyond
kind of
that.
the only thing in the capital. Kind of, maybe the gargoyles.
Yeah.
They got 4. Sometimes you want the capital one if, like, there's not a great reason to go to Third Church for BBK.
Yeah.
And on this board, I don't really see anything out that way. So maybe capital is where you get your 4th Garg.
Okay, it looks like Gray is going to go for Magma Worm here, by the way, on the board, but going for the Kaled one, not going to go for Theodorix, which I think is kind of interesting. I don't know why, especially if you already have a Somber 10 Bloodhound's Fang. Maybe he thinks it's a race. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm a little perplexed by the decision. I guess no, it's a tunnel. That's why he's doing it. It's tunnel synergy.
True. That's
like,
fair. That's fair.
Yeah, tunnels weren't bulldozed early, so like now he's maxed out. He's less inclined to go do the tunnels that are important for stones. So trying to find some other synergy. Yeah, after seeing that, I quite like this, I think. He could also go do like the Misbegotten tunnel for a Great Axe check. He already has a wonderful weapon and a backup weapon in the Rusted Anchor, but, you know, could always be Omen Killer Cleaver.
True. Very true. And Twisty, as I saw, also has the Bloodhound's Fang as well. So they're both kind of even ground here when it comes to weapons. And damage outputs, Gray having a Somber 10 Bloodhound's Fang, where Twisty only has a Somber 9. Not sure that's going to make that much of a difference, but it's definitely nice. You know, a little bit of extra damage here. But the question now is, what is Twisty going to be going for? She is also going for tunnels here, but currently in this little Crystal Tunnel, going to be fighting this Falling Star Beast first. Not going to go for the Magma Worm, and then we might see a rush on tunnels then from both players.
Yep.
Gray did die to the old Altos tunnel too, by the way, so he didn't actually get that tunnel yet. So
yeah, and doesn't have the grace for it, and the elevator's at the bottom as well, so you'd have to like pull the elevator up and go to that. So probably not going back to that one.
Definitely a little bit of a time sink there. So we'll see how this plays out for him.
Is he in the right spot on Gray? I feel like he missed the tunnel.
He definitely did miss the tunnel. He's currently at the Rotview balcony here instead. Maybe he's grabbing
this for Putrid Avatar?
Yeah. Just to have that for later for the tree. Makes sense.
Also, duo trio bosses. There's Pumpkinheads over there. The Watchdogs over there for duo trio. I mean, but yeah,
I don't know. Not sure if that was worth it, but we'll see. That time consumption just for that grace might actually cost them this tunnel square, depending on what they pick here, right? Because they're both racing on it currently.
Typically,
Typically,
I would say that like grabbing optimizations in the base game or like extra graces, little pieces of value along the way at the cost of speed is typically kind of the way to go. But yeah, I mean, in a direct head-to-head race, like if you do wind up losing the square, then you're like ahead on the next thing if your opponent like skipped the value that you grabbed. So it usually pays off down the line. Oh my lord,
Twisty.
Stamina. Okay.
Yeah, making me a little nervous here, but she does have the stagger now. Huge. No wild strikes just yet on this Rusted Anchor. Shame. But hopefully soon. And looks like that we are going to be fighting this Magma Worm here in just a bit. Hoping for some good Magma Worm RNG, if you will. Enough charges. Falling Star Beast already dead here now for Twisty. She already has one tunnel. Gray currently leveling a little bit here first.
Nice fight from Twisty. One thing that's kind of funny is Gray in his last match, like specifically got rid of Rakshasa's helmet when he got the Rakshasa set because he infamously doesn't like wearing a helmet. But this time he's not taking it off. He wants that little bit of damage.
A little bit of 2%.
Maybe he was just feeling himself a little bit, and maybe once if he gets in control of the game, maybe he'll get rid of it at some point as a nod to the fans.
It looks like that Twisty actually is also going to be going for this Magma Worm, by the way. She's going currently through the ruins here of Kayla. There it is. We're a little bit behind on it. Gray's internet struggling a little bit today, but there it is. Magma Worm being marked, and she immediately ports out. It's like, okay, this is not the best tunnel then for me to go for. They're both tied currently on tunnels, and she immediately goes for the Limgrave tunnels here instead. Nice pivot, honestly. Being like, you know what, this is going to take me too much time to get there anyways. Let me just go for something that's way, way quicker to get to, and also easier.
Gray finding Alex in the tunnel, going for the Shard of Alexander here. He can also grab the Grace. He's not going to. I was going to say he could grab the Grace for Third Church to get that Gargoyle way later down the line, but wants to move on to the next thing, probably another tunnel, so doesn't waste any time doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going straight for that Falling Star Beast tunnel here. There's definitely going to be very, very quick. This is going to be a bit of a tight race. I do think Twisty already having the Falling Star Beast down, obviously having easier fights left, has a little bit of a head start on this square, but we'll see how this plays out. This would be a really nice square for either of them. For Twisty, blocking out that diagonal and also column 2, and for Gray, progressing both, right? Getting that column 2 possible threat, and then that diagonal starting to build up. That could be really nice for Gray as well.
One thing I would have rather seen from Gray here is because he's already like max upgraded, rather than doing this tunnel, going and doing the Crystallian Duo tunnel in Altus for a Duo Trio boss. It's also a Grace for Magnus. There's an Elder Lion up that way if you were so inclined. But like really, having those extra squares, Apostle as well. Like if you look at the column 5, that Grace is really, really powerful for him.
Yeah. Both not doing the ladder skip here. Bit of a shame. I like the ladder skip.
I always do the run around. I've screwed up that skip way too many times, and just like, I don't know. I feel like I'd rather go the safe and sure way than potentially waste time. Especially on the big stage and stuff when your hands are a little shaky, you're not feeling 100%. Going for plays that you're even like a little bit uncomfortable with, kind of courting disaster sometimes.
And Stone Digger Troll says hi and bye as Twisty just immediately knocks him down. Plus 22 Rusted Anchor. And then I'm assuming we're going to see Old Altus Tunnel here. Oh, no, we're going to go for Scaly Misbegotten. Honestly, that works too.
Yep,
2 tunnels here now for Twisty. Not bad, not bad. And second tunnel here now for Gray, putting Magic Grease on his Bloodhound's Fang. Going to go for this Longstar Beast. Damage should be pretty good. He might go for the Limgrave tunnels here then, as well as his third. We'll see. We'll see what it does right after this.
Yeah, this would be a big snipe for Twisty. I think if Gray somehow got this square, the game is in real dire straits from Twisty, because then she'd be staring down a diagonal threat and a column threat. And that would be pretty tough to deal with at this early stage of the game. Oh, Gray
trying to get the riposte here. Doesn't get it, however. Nice RNG for him, though. There it is. Very quick Fongstar Beast kill.
Yep, nicely done. Twisty grabbing the Grace. The Scaly guy, like, his delays are so insane, and you never, like, practice him, but, like, with the low vigor that you come here with early in the game, sometimes he just, like, bamboozles you and, like, roll catches you twice in a row, and you get sent all the way back to the Ailing Village outskirts, and you're like, ah, what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
This guy's crazy.
Gray, by the way, going for the Scaly Misbegotten as well, by the way, for the tunnels. So this is definitely going to be a square for Twisty. Big pickup here for her. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting to see how does Gray react to losing out on kind of a big time sink, honestly. Both of these players have been working on this for, you know, the last at least 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. And there it is, Twisty marking that square, bang, Sacred Butchering Knife. Not the greatest, you know, not Omen Killer Cleaver. Gray should see this right now, but he's in the tunnel, so he has to run all the way back out or lose 18,000 runes.
Yeah, that's a reasonable amount of money this early.
Yeah, you might as well just kill it.
To do that. Yeah, you could definitely just do that.
Might as well just kill it, get the hell out, kind of a thing.
Oh nope, he's mogging.
Wow, I would not have done that personally, but all right, fair enough.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, but I mean, 18,000 runes, man. Could have used that for 30 arcane. You know, we'll start working towards that square. Throwing away money like that, just kind of, I don't know, is a little tough. It's a little tough. But we see, okay, tree spirits, I believe now for or avatars, I think for Twisty. Great, making his way maybe towards Apostle here and Magnus, just kind of like the whole region of things that you mentioned before, right? With Apostle, Duo, Trio, and Magnus. Could be something that Gray is going for right now.
Yeah, and I kind of wish he had like come here as part of his tunnels routing, because then he would have already made this run. Then that's kind of what I was saying. Like if you get sniped, then you at least have progress towards other things.
Yeah.
I did want to make a quick shout out to Twisty. I was asking her on stream last night about like, you know, a little bit more about her and what she might want people to know. I've seen her doing like a lot of like puzzle games and things like that in addition to bingo. And she's talked about how she's always really proud of her bingo strategy. And I think like her square identification is really nice. This is another good example of that. So this Erdtree Avatar square, you look at the shapes of like common threats that Gray has on the board with his two squares. The overlapping square is Erdtree Avatars, so that's like a really nice defensive choice from her. So trying to push ahead defensively on the board. Doing some good strategy here.
Yeah. And we're going to be going for the Physic Flask Erdtree Avatar now. And Gray taking the teleporter here, going to be going down for, I believe, Magnus. I think he's going for Magnus now. Maybe doing the Great Hammer check here real quick if he wants to, but he has got Bloodhound's Fang, so I'm assuming not.
Yeah, the Magnus is in a dead row, but the column 4, I do see some game there. Like, there's a lot of money in the Arcane and the Incants, and Tree Scent Duo gives money, working towards Rykard gives money, so this column could actually get out of hand a little bit. So I had a lot of squares start in it from the start, so I wanted to keep an eye on it as the game developed.
Yeah. Here we go, Magnus. I mean, Somber 10, Bloodhound's Fang. This should be a very, very quick kill. This should not be, you know, something you should be too worried about. You know, it's not the +7 Battle Axe Blood Grease strat. One finesse, if you will, should be taking over half his life.
We are teeing up the curse very nicely here, but as you say, okay.
Oh, well.
Gets roll cut.
Okay.
Cursed.
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
my
that's
God.
classic Magnus. Classic
Nicely
Magnus,
done.
I guess. Well.
Yep, classic Magnus.
Well, you know.
Dude, I could see that curse coming from a mile away.
That was a toughie. And that means that, does he have enough fingers? Did he buy enough fingers? I'm assuming he did.
Vari drops a shit ton, and he did grab them. I think Vari drops like
5?
6, so he's
Yeah,
got
5
a
or
lot
6,
of
yeah.
attempts here.
And tree time here. Second tree for Twisty. Going to be blocking this column 5 and row 4 once she gets her third.
It's a little interesting that
ruined.
she like ran here, I believe, like just straight from Scenic Isle. I didn't see her go through like the teleporter, so like not more progress towards Top's Key. Just making the jog. A little interesting.
There we go. Gray does get the Magnus kill. We saw it obviously marked on the board a little bit sooner than the actual gameplay, but Gray's a little bit behind. His internet's not great, okay? So give us a break. Good kill, though, for Gray. Very, very nice. Oh, Twisty dies here to the Erdtree Avatar. A little
bit of a greedy punish there.
Black Steel Great Hammer. Oh, I do like that. That's a good weapon. Obviously, Bloodhound's Fang is fantastic, but hey, Black Steel Great Hammer and Wild Strikes, psh, I do like that. I do like that. That's nice. That's nice. Great. Memory of Gracie again.
I was kind of curious if he had quit out far enough from the dogs. It looked like he kind of ran in not the right direction to avoid the dogs, and yeah, it turns out he had the Mog there. Going for Apostle now, building that column 5. Should be very, very chill fight with that Bloodhound's Fang. Very weak to slash and bleed on those guys.
Yep.
Ooh, nice stagger. Getting rid of the
Nice.
Golden Land attack. That's huge.
And yeah, God's Gonna possibly should be also be just this is what like upgrading to freaking Somber 9, Somber 10. Most of these squares it's just showing up. Once you show up,
Yeah.
great. You know, you're fine. Most of the time, it shouldn't be that big of a problem until we get to Vike.
Yeah.
That's a whole different story.
Yeah, Rykard as well. Like, you know, the Serpent Hunter doesn't get upgraded, so Rykard's always going to be the same amount of difficult. Sometimes he can do some goofy moves and throw people off and cause a bit of a problem. So Rykard, Vike, some of these squares being like great equalizers. Miriam a little bit as well. Can be a little trolly.
Yeah. And Twisty here getting ready, not going actually towards Magnus or Godskin Apostle, but actually going towards Tree Sentinel Duo here. Maybe looking at prepping Duo Trio bosses, as she already has 2 Erdtree avatars, and saw that Magnus was actually killed by Gray. She's like, okay, he's not even going for the tree bosses right now. Let me just hold on to some priority here. There it is, Godskin Apostle from Gray. I know he's halfway through the fight, but it'll happen very quickly. Bang and boom. One more hit. Let me see if I can refresh. I'll try one refresh. I'll try one refresh. Just one. Want to move slow. As to not mess with it.
Pausing.
Okay. It is refreshed. Okay. And it immediately stutters. Okay. You know what?
No.
I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna stop touching it. Every single time I refresh it, it stutters back to where it was anyways. So I might as well I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. Erdtree Spirits, though, maybe he's going for Hero's Grave here?
Yeah, he's going for Hero's Grave.
Yeah.
He's not aiming at the Tree Spirit. So pushing this column 5. Twisty has the blocks well in hand, though, so this line should not become a major issue. I really like this Tree Sentinel Duo call here, by the way. Very weak to pierce damage, great Rusted Anchor fight. She is a little low vigor, has to watch out for the shield slams. She's, I think, within one-shot territory still, but as long as she plays the fight patiently and just, utilizes that nice damage. Gets away from the torch guy just in case. Not a bad decision.
Great decision.
Nice roll.
Yeah, Tree Sentinel here chose also Gray, like, hey, I'm blocking that column 5. Like, I already have one towards that type of situation here.
Oh, out of stamp. Nicely done.
There you go. Nice stagger. That should be...
Really clean fight.
One more R1. Nice.
Okay,
Huge.
no curse that time.
Huge. Very huge. So, yeah, this is definitely, like, very nice, almost proactive gameplay here, pretty much from Twisty, being like, okay, I see this. This is going to be a problem. I'm going to deal with that pretty much right now, so I don't have to deal with it later. And on top of that, it's a one-off square, right? So that's going to be huge, too.
Yeah. Just getting like your blocks set up synergistically is so important if you feel like you don't have threats to leverage. Because right now, Twisty doesn't have any active threats on the board really, so she needs to be sure that she's getting value along the way to her blocks to keep up with majority. Because if you're not going to pressure bingos, then you have to get value in order to keep up.
Yep. One more R1 and bang. That's huge. That's huge. 4-3 right now for Gray. Gray holding on to a 1-square lead. Going to go for this Hero's Grave. That's going to block out that row 3 that Twisty kind of just started right away. So it's not the worst square to go for. You know, you can kind of just like finish this out real quickly. But definitely a nice preemptive block here, though, for Twisty on this Duo Trio / Erdtree Avatars. Yeah, if she's finishing Erdtree Avatars in Snowfield, I kind of like this because she knows that Gray hasn't really been working on it. She's like, you know what? I can invest a little bit more time for one that gives me the most amount of money. And this might actually even give her the 30 Arcane for the diagonal block. So I do like this a lot. This is definitely a smart play for sure.
Yeah, really nice choice. As long as nothing goes wrong. This thing does hit like an absolute truck, so she gets hit by basically anything except for maybe like a Rot Splash tick on the ground. She'll get one shot, so as long as the fight is clean, we'll be looking good here.
Very, very solid.
How is our Hero's Grave routing? Looking good so far. The hitboxes on those things are super whack. I remember getting just like one shot after it like clearly passed me. Oh, damn.
Yeah, immediately dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, these chariots do have really weird hitboxes. I agree. And I don't know the whole lava punch backwards strat just yet either. I gotta learn that still. Gray doing the old school tech, which is blocking lava with your sword, because for some reason that's a thing.
Mm-hmm. Wonder if he has like a quick step weapon somewhere that he's forgetting. I usually check on the elevator on the way down if I have access to quick step, just to make this like super free.
Yeah. All right, we're jumping down here. Featured avatar.
Yellow damage. Yellow damage. That's all you can ask for.
It's not the worst. Could be worse for sure. Luckily, that death was early enough in the fight to where she could just immediately go back in without feeling like she's super contested on it. especially once she sees this hero's grave being marked by
Oh
Gray.
my lord. Whew. Good thing that that was a stagger. She was gonna get squished, I think. Maybe she was poise counting. My heart jumped a little.
Yeah, the poise counting is really, really effective. Oh, that is
Oh, there's
2
rot
ticks.
ticks. Oh my god, we're still alive.
Jesus. Yeah, we gotta rotate a little bit more just to make sure that that rot tick doesn't happen.
She's
Okay,
almost
now,
over rotating him and is like back in some
yeah,
spray. Okay, we're fine. Patience.
really? Nope. Yep.
Oh,
Can't do
yeah.
that. Can't do that.
Yeah,
That's
you
okay.
really got to be in the rhythm with this fight. It's very patience and rhythm oriented.
She's sticking to it, though, which is good. There it is. Hero's Grave here from Gray. So that should tell Twisty. Yeah, she just went, okay. Like, I got time. Cool. Let me go for it one more time, then. And I think that's a good way of going about it.
She was halfway through the fight and just, like, needs to just lock in a little bit. Make sure to not over-rotate, not under-rotate. Get out of that spray. Be in that sweet spot. No big deal.
All right, yeah, back to the
Ray
fight
is
here.
going for the avatars now. So he's kind of walking into a snipe as long as Twisty executes this in a even remotely timely manner. Gray is way behind on this square, so it's honestly a little greedy of him to do, to be honest.
Well, he doesn't really know, right? For Gray, all he saw was Tree Sentinel Duo. For him, it could be like, oh, she's working on Duo Trio bosses. All right, I'm going to do Tree Spirits then, or Tree Avatars then, without realizing that she's been doing both, pretty much. You know, so he's kind of caught off guard, I think, by that Tree Sentinel Duo mark, which is kind of a smart mark if you think about it, right? Because it's kind of a bit of misdirection on the board here by going for avatars first, then going for Tree Sentinel Duo, making it look like you're doing Duo Trio bosses, but then going for the other square instead. So another nice time sink here.
I do kind of feel like either way with Gray, if you expect Duo Trio bosses to get marked by your opponent, that committing more into that line is like a little bit of wasted time.
Yeah.
I would rather be going elsewhere.
I guess maybe he sees like the row 4 as a potential, and that's why he's like, you know what, I would like to at least have that square, you know, to lean into. Oh, a little bit of an early roll there on the butt slam from the Erdtree Avatar. Twisty dies once again here. It's a good call to go for this boss, but man, she's losing a lot of time now.
I think one more time. If any more than this, and I think we got to do a fast avatar, like just do the North Liurnia one or something.
Yeah, she's going for it one more time. This is a lot of money. This is a lot of pickup. She could really tie up the score and have a really solid setup on this board.
Yeah, cover the top right diagonal, cover the rows 4, column 5. Really, really nice play. Just got to lock in.
Good roll. And yeah, Gray immediately going for this other avatar here in Liurnia. Yeah, definitely setting himself up to lose a lot of time again, just like these tunnels. So Twisty just has to lock in here.
Gray is also not going the way that gets him Topps Academy key. Very interesting that they both chose to do this. Stagger, huge.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, like getting the Academy key first and then?
Yeah. I think he ran from Scenic Isle, no? Or did he?
No. He went from Southgate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got.
He just didn't grab Temple Quarter.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Why are we on the horse?
Okay, we're fine.
Why are we on the horse? We don't need to be on the horse. Torrent's right. Way too flimsy.
Yeah, got on Torrent, ran straight into a wall. A little spooky, but we're fine.
Okay, yeah, move in more. Okay, that's fine.
That was almost an early roll, but still good.
It's the nerves.
Oh,
there we go. That was a good roll. Yeah, that's fine. One more stagger. Okay. Get back! No, you got a double roll.
Now we probably have to pivot.
You got a double roll.
Too many.
Yeah, you got to go. Yeah, because this Erdtree Avatar is going to die really quickly here for Gray, and he's going to go for a Ruined Labyrinth or Ruined whatever the hell. Ruined Labyrinth, right? Am I stupid? She's going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, no, good call here.
Nice call.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Okay, she's making the
game-saving call.
Holy schmoly.
All right, let's see how this skip goes. This is not necessarily the easiest skip. It can get a little squirrely. So Gray's like done with his fight and is also like an unknowable amount of seconds in the future.
Oh, but he's going for the Kaled one. Oh, I do like that. Oh no.
Oh, we're having some skip issues.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. Okay, haven't seen that way up before, but that works.
I think Gray might still get this though, especially because she's struggling to get up there.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
tough. This could be a huge time sink for Twisty.
This one is weaker.
Oh
Gets it. Oh no!
no!
Oh shoot.
This could have been such a good square for her.
Okay, looking better this time.
No.
Not quite high enough on the head.
Gray is starting to swing. I think this one could possibly still one-shot Gray as well. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not a one-shot.
It's just normal Khaled. It's not Dragon Barrow. I think he's fine.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, and
okay,
she
she's up there now, but it's a little too late. Yeah, he already marked avatars.
Wow, we're so far in the future. Holy hell.
Unfortunate.
Huge vacuum repose. Did you see how far that went? He like went all the way through his body. I've never seen a vacuum repose that far.
That is so
That's
unfortunate.
Actually, Gray could just like go straight into the Watchdog Catacomb from here if he wanted to, but he warped out.
Damn, that's
duo
tough.
trio.
Just too much time on that consecrated avatar.
If she nailed the skip first try, she also gets it, I'm pretty sure. But, like, nice call from Gray to capitalize on some previous map progress with that Magmorm. Really nice routing. But I do think that he probably should have walked into a snipe there, and that would have been really, really nice for Twisty.
Unpunished.
So.
Unpunished, pretty much.
Unpunished, exactly.
Damn. That could have been a huge, huge block from Twisty. Could have been the nerves. Could have been the nerves.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Gray eyeing up Radon now. I would probably like to see Elder Lions from him. It's just like a super fast square that makes this row 4 really, really icky to deal with. Kind of going out of his way to grab the Golden Seed. Typically, I'd skip this one and just go in more of a straight line to Radon, but no problem grabbing that along the way. Any crag blades? Any crag blades? Probably not with the
probably not.
Fang.
Yeah, with Bloodhound's Fang, they probably won't. I'm surprised that actually Twisty is just committing to this Rusted Anchor. By the way, not actually using the Bloodhound's Fang as much. Yeah, good damage.
I'm a big anchor enjoyer. I don't mind seeing this at all.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Would like it more if there was some Wild Strikes action, but it's good as is.
Yeah, here we go. Another duo trio fight here for Twisty, trying to get rid of this. Column 5 now is a bit of a bigger problem with losing out on that Erdtree Avatar square.
Yeah, a little bit of stalling.
Oh,
man. I think she got like triple hit there. She got Omen Killer hit, the fire on the ground ticked her, and a light beam from the flower got her as well. A little bit of aggressive movement there.
A little bit of everything.
Punished.
Yeah. A little bit of everything.
Oh man, it's so hard to stay like locked in when stuff starts falling apart in these games. It's really, really tough.
All right, we're going to see Radon here now from Gray. I kind of like this because this gets some access to Crucible Knights, gets some access to Gargoyles as well. Get some access to some money here for 30 Arcane, potentially. Also, remember,
I just can't fathom why he's not doing the Elder Lions. They're like right there. And it like Twisty's got so few lines left. Just like block a line, progress your own line. The lions are super fast.
Are they there even without with the festival active? Are they still there?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
They're like the only enemies that are still there.
Oh,
they're just hanging out in the courtyard. It's even easier to do them than normal.
Yeah.
There's no like little dogs and stuff.
Maybe Gray thought the same thing that I did, where like you had at the festival active. I don't know.
Yeah,
could be. Or maybe he's just hyper focused on the 30 Arcane here. That could be a thing too.
Possible. Although again, if you think you're gonna get blocked on the diag with duo trio bosses, then the 30 Arcane is pretty dead. But it is kind of a free-ish square. Just waste some money and,
yeah,
no big deal.
Radon is here.
I do think the Rock Grease is probably a little overkill here. There's like Fire Giant on the board. I'd probably be more interested in saving this. Even Nile, I would rather rot than Radon.
Yeah.
Like his weapon does so much damage that
it's
even some of the boys. This rot's gonna have like, I don't know, 10 ticks or something before Radon's just dead.
Definitely
Last
not
minute bleed
super.
proc. Oh, okay, nope, doesn't get it. Not quite the 1 cycle. Didn't get a stagger either. A little surprising.
All right, we're finishing duo trio bosses here for Twisty. By the way, going to be going for those demi-human chiefs in Limgrave. I believe this was actually my first boss in my playthrough, by the way. It was a duo demi-human chiefs.
Didn't get baited by the tree sentinel.
No, I fought him once, and I was like, okay, that's silly. And then just went to the coast and was just running around there.
Yeah, I don't think I found this for like ever, because I remember like not knowing how to cash in Dragon Hearts. I was like, what do I do with this thing? How do I get to that island?
I found it and I was like, whoa, what's this altar? What do you do here? And then it was like, oh yeah, you need Dragon Hearts. I'm like, oh, Dragon Heart? There's dragons in this game? That's how early I was there, man. Like it was very didn't see anything yet. Here we go, the Chiefs now. Nice Radon kill from Gray, by the way. Did not fully have, I think, 30 arcane, by the way. I think he ended at 28 or something. So he didn't actually do the whole leveling here. Oh. Yep, 28. And still does it. Okay, wow. No, there it is. Duo trio bosses.
I thought he backed out of it.
It looked like he still did it. Did he not?
I don't know, actually. We'll see if he has money. Yeah, he still has his money.
Oh, okay, so he did cancel out of it. Okay, so he's going for the tree boss now? I know, but duo trio bosses are gone here for Twisty. Nice block on column 5. Are we looking at maybe Ordina here with Frost Grease?
Yeah, just grab the cash, Frost Grease for later. Not too shabby.
Would this cash be enough for 30 arcane for 2 more levels? Possibly?
Two more levels?
Possibly? He probably needs
possibly. It's probably kind of tight.
Yeah, I don't know. How much do you get from Ordina? Like, what, 16,000?
I think it's in the low 20s. Because I think, like, Mountaintops is 16. So, like, mid-20s maybe from Ordina.
Okay.
I know it's, like, slightly more than Mountaintops. We'll see.
All right, receiver Don now as well, by the way, for Twisty here. So
I like
both
this big
of them.
Time. If she gets the Elder Lions here, it keeps a win condition alive in this column 3, which is very, very big. Radon is a bunch of Crucible Knights, the Garg's access, the Capital access. I really think Gray should have picked up these Elder Lions. I think like leaving them is his kind of main lose condition right now.
And Cragblade for the Rusted Anchor here. Holy schmoly. There's the 30 arcane. Okay. Definitely surprised how long 30 arcane was on the board, but that's definitely a bit of a how would you say, a bit of a downside actually for Gray here anyways, because his weapon doesn't really use arcane, so it's just a huge stat dump in that regard. He's going for the Elder Lions, I believe, now, going back to red main.
Ooh. Okay, this could be big for him. Oh, he's going for the Misbegotten boss. The Crucible Knight, rather.
Oh, you think so? Or do you generally think... I think he thinks he has to get the festival, like, get rid of Jaren first before he could do the Elder Lions. I don't know. Because that's what I'm thinking anyways. I might be wrong.
Twisty's taking the time to get Cragblade on. If Gray clears the festival and goes back for the Lions, he might beat her to it. Very curious to see what he chooses to do here.
Goes back. Okay.
No, he's going for the Crucible Knight.
Oh, no, he is going for Elder Lion. So he did think he had to get rid of the festival. Okay.
I mean, he does have to get through all these guys, and, like, I can't remember if there's, like, more enemies down in the pit. Oh, Twisty's not going for it. Okay. Twisty's going for Radon. Very strange to... I don't know. I feel like just that square has had so much value for so long.
I agree. For Twisty, it's a block. For Gray, it's a huge row 4 progression.
Yeah, very dangerous row 4. The row 3 counter threat, if Twisty got it, it's like a good counter threat, but like they're even on it, right? So it's not like a free win or anything, but right. It is still putting pressure on Gray, and Twisty desperately needs some pressure this game.
Yeah, big damage on these Elder Lions too. The only line then really is column 1 and row 1 for Twisty after these Elder Lions.
Yep.
So,
Pretty rough lines, not gonna lie.
not the
Column
greatest.
1 is horrendous. Row 1 is slightly better, but still horrendous.
But she does have those 2 ritual pots, and they are on row 1, column 1. So this kind of beginning, you know, prep could kind of matter maybe for her. I don't know.
Typically, like when lines are this bad, it's just like like the game's gonna slow down, and one of the squares is gonna go to one of the players. It's so hard to just like bulldoze some column that bad, but we'll see. Gray has been ignoring the easy blocks for a little while, so Jesus, that health out of heals. We know
Oh
he's
my
got
god!
it.
And
No
Twisty dies to
here.
Radon here. Gets distracted by the mark from the Elder Lions.
That's tough.
That is tough.
All right, what now from Gray? He's solved his biggest remaining problem with that Elder Lions. He could push out his row 4 a little bit, or look to force majority getting set up on either the row 1 or the column 1.
Actor Ruined Labyrinth.
Incantations, I think. Incantations with Miriam synergy. Actually, I kind of like this, if that's what he's doing. Because he can go, like, get the incant in the Fire Monk camp for free, kill the Lightning Knight or whatever, and get the Dragon Cult book. And then he's got that Grace for the drop down to Miriam. Move core into Altus, buy all the incants. Although he is lacking a bit of cash for this play. But, I mean, you know, it's 2 potential blocks on that row 1. Also, I guess kind of closer to Jarberg. You could just run to Jarberg from this angle as well for the pots later. Actually, a really, really nice Grace, I would say, to have.
Okina going crazy. Should get a
Actually,
bleed proc
Gray's
here.
full sending Miriam. That is a lot of damage.
Damn, no bleed proc from Okina though.
Alright, here
All
it comes.
right, phase 2. Yeah, full sending Miriam's kind of interesting here. I wonder why that is like the big thing that he thinks he has to go for right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking for blocks, so it's not a bad one. I do just think like grabbing that one Grace in particular for coming back for incants later would have been quite nice. Again, also Jarberg. He can run back up from here, but it's probably just faster to run again from Ruined Labyrinth.
Radon is dead here for Twisty. Now the question is, what is she going to go for here? She kind of unlocks, you know, Crucible Knights here, and also Gargoyles. What does she want? I think Vike, most likely, something that she might be eyeballing here, because it gives her that column 1 and unlocks that row 4 that's been building, right?
Yeah, I might be more inclined to just be like, you know what, let's just go Volcano Manor. I need to catch up on squares. It's kind of one of the few hotspots of squares left. There is a Crucible Knight after Tanith when you're done with Rykard, hypothetically.
True.
But yeah, I would say that that's probably one of the last hotspots of power. You do get a... Like, if this Remembrance weapon isn't good, you could get one from Rykard. What do we got here? Yapping. Oh, great. Taking an arrow to the face. Does he have a throwable? It looks like he does. It's on his bar.
Oh,
Blasphemous
Blasphemous
Blade.
Blade. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad.
No,
She
hell
needs 11 levels to use Blasphemous. I would definitely go Blasphemous. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could just kill Godric without meeting the faith requirement if you really felt like it.
Yeah. And it looks like that's exactly what she's going to be doing here, going to Gatefront right now. And that's kind of interesting that she's focusing on that over this row 4.
What the hell is Gray doing, by the way? He's just sitting here waiting. Apparently, Miriam has died. I don't know how, but Miriam has died. All right, here we go.
Oh, he's waiting for her to walk up, I guess, to just, like, start swinging at her.
All right. I guess didn't know if Crystal Dart would go far enough to get the kill, but yeah. Plays with
Interesting.
patience.
Very
Taking the corner.
interesting. Okay.
Technology, question mark? This Stormveil play, I just don't know if it's strong enough. There's no other synergy to speak of. There's like a Crucible Knight in here, I guess. She could get Wild Strikes. No. All right, whatever.
Not grabbing
But
is crazy.
like,
just saying.
there's no like secondary objective in here. There's no like ulcerated tree spirits, no paintings, wet blades, no like killer remembrance with a dagger. Yeah. I mean, you could get, I guess, the Godslayer cookbook or whatever the hell for the incants, but I think that's only 2 incants, so we'll still need to
Oh,
come
he's
up
going
with
for Vike here potentially. He is in mountaintops now. Yeah. Okay.
Nice bold choice. Gave Twisty some time to do it after marking the Elder Lions, so
Yeah. And now we shall see. He might grab the Grace obviously first near the outpost or whatever it's called.
yeah, that'd be a good idea for Fire Giant for sure. He may even just go Fire Giant, maybe like screw Vike.
Oh my god. Okay. Nice clutch up there.
Twisty's going toe-to-toe with a lot of these bosses in ways that are like, kind of making me nervous, but
Definitely a little stressful,
working
yeah.
out. You know, you got a full Vigor bar, might as well use a full Vigor bar. All right, he is backtracking for Vike on Gray, so we're gonna see that. I honestly don't really know how this... Okay, he's switching weapons? No, he's not. I was gonna say, I'm not really sure how this goes with Bloodhound's Fang. I've never really done, like, traditional speedrunny type stuff, so, like, Bloodhound's Fang is not a comfort weapon for me. I don't really know how this is gonna feel.
I'm not the biggest fan of it either, but this should be pretty decent, I want to say. You obviously want to cancel out that buff up that Vike does. It's kind of like the buff up that Vike wants to do is almost the same as like flask drinking for NPCs, where like he feels like he has to do this for some reason. His AI is programmed to where he really wants to do that. So if you keep canceling that out, he will try and back hop and try and do it over and over and over again. So if you can kind of have that as oh, he's dead.
He's so dead.
Oh wow.
What?
I don't know how he rolled
How
out of
did
that.
he live? How in the world did he live that?
Nobody wants to get hurt by the first part. His poise maybe just is high enough to where he didn't get fully startled, I guess.
I guess. I feel like his armor is not that impressive, though.
He does have the Oath Seeker chest piece. I don't know. That's a pretty heavy piece. So
It's kind of mid-heavy. I mean, it's not like a solitary piece or something.
yeah. Twisty. Ooh, gotta be careful here with these ballistas. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh.
Just running through.
Stormblade?
Oh no way! The storm
Two
blade into the
to
back.
ass. Oh god.
There's the
All
lightning
right, does
strike
Gray go
here.
for a backstab here?
There's
Can be
the buff
risky. Yeah, stops doing it to buff. He does like his buffs. Vike or Mitch? Who's under the helm?
Another ballista here, by the way. Giving Twisty a little bit of a hard time here. Gray maybe trying to go for this backstab. Nope. Okay, he's just playing it
Not able to
safely.
close, but still nicely done. Really nice Vike fight.
There it
Making the
is.
Bloodhound Fang look really nice on this fight. Good to know for the future.
There it is. Very nice from Gray. Now this row 4 is looking scary.
I have no idea how he made it out of that storm assault still. He's just him today. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah. Some of these rolls have been pretty lucky, but hey, if it works, it works. And now, does he actually commit to the row, or does he go and try to just build a different threat?
I mean, he did commit against Gustav in the base game, so maybe, but porting to
Academy Key, maybe?
Liurnia. Okay, I mean, he's in full majority now, so just looking to grab out fast, easy squares that Twisty's probably not going to go for.
I think, honestly, I kind of like this. He wants Academy because not only does he get access to another ritual pot here, he also gets access to Top's Key. And also on top of that, then he can just go to Rykard through the elevator rather than going through Mount Gelmir. So it's just like a little bit more of an extra, setup kind of approach, if you will.
Yeah, you could do that for sure. I feel like if your primary goal is to get into Gelmir, it's like not really that time-savvy to go through the abductors because of the unlocked grace. You just like go straight to Tanith and you're chilling. But if you're already there already, it's kind of a nice little perk.
And Twisty immediately is like, okay, I have to do Rykard. going to the Road of Iniquity Grace, running straight towards Volcano Manor. And yeah, I mean, you're kind of like in a very tough spot,
Yeah.
obviously. But if she does get this square, if she is kind of set up for Restore Records, great rune. You know, could
That's
hold
true.
on to
Yeah,
that for a little bit.
There is a lot of value in here, and I do have to say, like I've really enjoyed how she's pivoted this game. Like when she gets some information, knows Gray's not working on something, she's like not afraid to just hold it, go do something else. Like it's just really good bingo strategy fundamentals on display.
Yeah.
Really nicely done. Does Gray do the Academy skip? Are we gaming? He's got his kukri out.
Oh, there it is.
Distracted. And goes to the door. Oh no, he's just, he wants a couple cracks at it. Just in case he screws it up and has to quit out.
Yep. There's the first one. This is definitely a bit of a tricky skip here. Oh, here we go. Remembrance boss weapon only first for Twisty. Not doing record
Partially
right away.
unwieldable. I do like that. No time to go get stats. Just dumped some vigor, it looks like, and I'm just gonna smack him. Physical damage should be more than enough.
Yeah, that's really, really solid.
No big deal.
Not bad.
Really clean looking fight. It does use a lot of stamina, but... Oh, don't phase transition him? Oh, he already phase transition, never mind. I thought that was the stagger. Great.
Nice
Textbook
stagger.
fight.
And headshot.
Oh,
on
a
top of that.
headshot, hell yeah. Oh, does miss the riposte. Too much
Yeah.
exhaustion.
Not enough stamina. All right, there we go.
That'll do. When you do go into a fight that you're pretty used to having like a certain muscle memory for with an unwieldable weapon, and like it's very easy to get caught off guard by just like using like 5 times as much stamina as you normally do, and then just get hit.
There it is. Very nice mark here from Twisty. Currently 10-5 here for Gray. 5-square lead. But Twisty could bring it back here. Still kind of anyone's game. 3 squares needed for Gray to lock it out when it comes to majority. He already has everything blocked off for Twisty, so he can just fully commit to 3 random squares. Doesn't have to do Reichard.
Yeah, he's kind of cruising. He's been kind of on a tear this game. Just like one kind of early death to Magnus due to a timely curse, and everything else has just been really nice and clean.
I think Twisty's kind of recognizing, by the way, that Reichard might be kind of bait, and is instead going for, I believe, Southgate here and Ritual Pots, and just getting some more access to things here rather than fully committing to Reichard.
Yeah, another pretty shrewd call that it's pretty unlikely that Gray's actually going to finish his line at 10 squares, so just looking to contest something else. Pretty savvy. Goes back to Volcano Manor, just kind of... She's talking and gesturing and is like, it looks a little unsure, but I think she's making a nice call here. You can't like leave this obviously forever, and Gray could be dark for a little while, but once he marks this Academy key, she'll know that she probably needs to capitalize on her early ritual pot progress. Hopefully trigger a snipe on Gray, and then from there we just gotta get the snipe train rolling somehow. She does have like similar progress to him on the underground stuff via Radon, so maybe there's some game there where we can earn some time back with some snipes.
All right. You have to kill that archer, otherwise you are going to get shot off this ladder. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That archer does not like anyone being on there.
Nope.
You have to knock him out. And yeah, we're going to see Noble here in just a bit here for Twisty as well. Hopefully these fights go decently well. I know Noble's pretty resistant to strike. Actually, very resistant to strike. So we have a piercing weapon. I think that should be pretty good. I think they're mostly weak to slash for the Nobles.
Yeah. The pierce should do just fine, but yeah, you want to avoid strike if you can. I gotta say though, like we have to do Noble no status effects so often that when you actually get to come here with status effects, not that she is, but like it feels so nice to just blow him up with some big status procs.
Yeah.
when he's
Yeah, I
actually
mean, you
not on
do
the
have
board.
Bloodhound's Fang here. She could definitely use that as probably the most optimal weapon. Gray missing the chandelier.
Well, does know the backstep punch deck. Is pretty fast at it too.
Damn.
Really nice.
I can't do that. I'm pretty bad at that. I'm pretty bad at that, not gonna lie.
Well, that's why she's competing and you're watching. Nah, just teasing.
Nah, I'm too busy. I got a lot going on. Nice crouching here, though. Nice rotation, actually, from Kyle here. Because Kyle, man, I don't know, whenever I go up here, he's, like, walking towards the elevators, not away from them. So I always have to wait a little bit longer. But, yeah, nice ring 3. Hopefully this fight goes well. Top's Academy Key going to be rushed here from Gray. Not really splitting progress, just kind of doing one square at a time, which, honestly, I think is kind of smart. Depending on like how the board's been playing out, I feel like sometimes splitting progress hurts more than it does help. So, good call here from Gray.
For the most part, I think like splitting progress usually pays out, but you know, when you're at a lead like this, with like this many open squares on the board, it's like so unlikely that your opponent is working on the same thing as you that just like the odds are in your favor of just being able to efficiently close out squares.
Yeah. There is the Topps Academy Key here for Gray, 11-5 right now.
Staying in the fire.
Could
That's
pay
a bold
off with
choice.
Cragblade. There it is. Get the riposte. Choke
Twisty,
that drink.
unafraid.
Stay close, stay close, stay close. Nice, good. You always want to stay close on the first part because he will always do the butt slam first if you stay close. There's the shock.
Oh, yeah. Classic Noble.
There it is. Nice stagger, and this should be enough. Yeah, nice. Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
She definitely like really knows all these fights for sure. I think it's just like a little bit of shakes and a little bit of inconsistency every now and then. Not grabbing the grace, by the way.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, that's causing these issues.
Now it's incantations here actually for Gray over anything else.
Yeah, he's got a ton of money, so quick little closeout on that. Now I guess he's split us some progress, eyeing up Jarberg. I guess he could also be eyeing up the knight for the book, or both.
Okay, well, so is Twisty. She just bought all the incants currently from Corrin, so they're kind of racing here.
Before moving him to Altus.
She's moving him to Altus now, I guess.
Yeah, typically you don't want to buy until he's actually there, because if you get sniped mid progress, then you've spent a bunch of money. So,
and you need, I believe, just one book, or is it 2 books? I guess it depends on like how many single ones you've picked up on the way there. Looks like Gray's going to be rushing here for the Ancient Dragon Prayer book.
Yeah, the route that I usually do is running south from Ruined Labyrinth, grab the incant in the Fire Monk camp, and then come kill this guy that Gray's eyeing up about now. And that's all you need once Korra moves to Altus. That's all 14 incants.
Yeah.
This one that Twisty's grabbing right now. That's the Gesture. That's the... Oh, no, wait, no, she's in a different camp.
She's in a
Never
different
mind.
camp,
I'm disoriented.
She went from Scenic Isle.
There's a Gesture in that camp, too. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be kind of close between the two. Gray did not move Corrin yet to the Altus Plateau, so this might actually be possibly...
Twisty ticked up to 9.
Twisty going actually first for this other knight, too, that Gray is currently fighting, so I don't know. This might be really, really close.
If she only needs the incant in this camp, she might be okay. Gray's definitely got it, I think. He just needs to move Corrin, and he's done. He actually has more incants than he needs.
Oh, she's going to Muriel.
Oh. The rest are paying attention for uniqueness, because I'm not sure Muriel has a full unique set. Although Gray's also in the future, right? So maybe he just marks it before any of this matters.
He does have 13.
Or he's not moving him. He's counting. Okay, I guess he's got it.
That's tough. That's a tough snipe there for sure.
What did he get a random single in camp from?
Well, in the camp, right? Flame cleanse me.
Oh. Did he grab that? Oh, he did. Did he grab that on his way to Muriel the first time, or Miriam? I should say.
I am honestly not sure. The refs are counting. I just know that's 13. He just needed one more, so I'm assuming it's that one.
Oh, Vike drops one.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
5-5 and 4. Yeah, he's good. That is 14.
Oh, that's...
Very, very nice. And now it's really, really tough. Gray currently 12-5 versus Twisty, 7-square lead. Definitely very tough to try and make up any kind of distance here right now. And I believe that Gray might be going for Gargoyles / Crucible Knights here. Maybe going for downstairs.
Yeah, I mean, every single rest of their square on the rest of the board is like really pretty slow and miserable. So like the fastest ones are like Ritual Pots, Fire Giant, Hallig Tree Medallion, I would say. And like maybe, I mean, for Twisty, Rikert's pretty fast at this point, but not for Gray. So I don't know. I'd probably like to see him end on Fire Giant personally, because he's got that grease from Vike, so he knows he's ahead, but has spent a Rock Grease. He also did go to Ordina, so he's got some Freeze Grease lying around. Could be a pretty chill fight with all those statuses on Bloodhound's Fang.
Is Twisty rushing... Oh, she might be rushing the Hero's Grave here for Ritual Pots.
Oh, yeah, the Oriza Side Tomb.
Yep.
That
is unfortunate. Wait,
I do
actually,
think it's not a bad call from her in the dark, though, because, like, Gray... What did he do that... Top's Key shows some Ritual Pot progress. Also, Incantations and Miriam, you're, like, close to Jarberg for both of those, very likely, so...
But
I think
also...
that recognizing that is a nice call.
Crucible Duo is here.
It is.
It
definitely is.
Potentially. You know?
Maybe Parry Shield lying around. I love that fight, by the way. I'm like the one psycho on Earth who loves the Crucible Duo fight. I think it's a lot of fun.
I don't know. I think it's actually worse than Gargs.
Yeah, I mean, I like Gargs as well.
I like Gargs. I think Crucible Duo is way worse than the Gargs, because at least Gargs, even if they're not, like, they do sometimes alternate, and when they do alternate, it's pretty fun. Whereas Crucible Duo, they don't really alternate. Like, one of them doesn't necessarily have like a long-ranged attack, really. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a bit more crazy.
It's definitely not a fair fight, but I don't know. I think those fights are fun, because like the way that I see it is like with these really difficult fights like Melania or Radon or something, it's still like a very consistent fight for the most part, and like as we put in, you know, our 3rd or 4,000 hour or 5,000 hour into Elden Ring, like these fights get like more and more solved and consistent. That just like the chaos of a duo fight that's just off the rails, like it still hits that initial feeling that you have while playing the game of like, oh shit, what's gonna happen?
Twisted trying to roll through the explosive pots here, rolled a little too early. That's tough.
Youch. I die to those guys all the time. Is there tech for like getting past those guys safely? I don't know if there is.
That's a good question. I'm assuming there is. I haven't done this to him that much. Most of the time, what I just do is I just have one explode the other. I don't know. I kind of hug left or right, and just like kind of like drag them, drag their aggro, I guess.
Told by Tom to like jump, but then I like jumped and got annihilated. So I don't know. Maybe there's like a certain way that you move and then jump, and then it's
jumping
fine.
Seems like a troll thing to do, because you take bonus damage. It's technically, if you jump, you're receiving counter damage for anything that's happening to you. That's how I lost one of my freaking all bosses deathless runs, because I jumped when Bakar did his guillotine attack, and it one-shot me because I was in Dragon Barrel. And I had like 50 vigor, and I was like, what the hell is that? They're like, oh yeah, it's counter damage because he jumped. And I was like, cool. That's sick.
Rip.
Gotta love that. Mimic tier fight, immediately annihilated. And I think we're making our way towards, I think, a little bit of a double up here. Double Crucible, double Gargoyles. You know, it's just kind of working on 2 squares at once. This is very, very smart here from Gray. And we'll see how this is going to be closed out from Gray. Currently really much in the driver's seat for this match.
Yeah, no wrong way to eat this cake at this point. He can kind of do whatever he wants. Which kind of makes me want to see a Fire Giant, but whatever. He can do whatever.
Yeah, I'm assuming he just doesn't want to get caught.
Oh god, I hate this place so much.
This is a tough spot for sure.
These kind of like highly scaled catacombs, like you can learn the route and get through it safely a lot of the time, or like at least not get lost. But like the imps, they just go crazy. The explosive pots deal like infinity damage. It's just always a big risk of dying in these places.
Yeah, it's tough.
My like least favorite square in the base game is Glovewort Billbearings 2, because that catacomb just has so many explodey dudes and super highly scaled imps that are on your ass the whole time. Then I'm so stressed about avoiding them that I then get lost, and it's just a whole ordeal.
That one tree avatar square, man, like really set the tone for the rest of this match.
Yeah, it really did.
Oh, nice
That was
imps.
Oh, that was a nice dodge. Oh, that was a nice dodge on the pot guys, but when you open the trap chest, you gotta like sit there and the imps just murder you. And yeah, she had to roll out, so didn't get trapped, but the imp still got her.
That is tough.
Tough.
That is very, very tough. Crucible Knights here. Yep, that's the focus, I guess, for Gray. Has to make sure that this Crucible Knight does not throw himself off of the ledge.
That's true. Usually I like throw something at him and fight him in kind of the area near the other Crucible Knight.
Okay.
Oh, nicely done.
Fire Breath.
Cooked. Okay, only takes one hit somehow. Dude, he's kind of invincible today, I say, as he gets smacked. And stabbed in the face.
Okay, nice dodges. I think the way that this is easy avoidable, that he doesn't throw himself off the ledge, by the way, is if he has a gap to his back, you have a pillar to yours.
Right. Just the way the symmetry of the room works.
The way the room is laid out. If he's standing in an archway, you have a wall to your back. If he's standing behind a wall, you have an archway behind you.
He's got to reset a little because he took too much damage. Can't go for the other Crucible Knight just yet. Gotta work back to the Grace.
This one should be easier.
Yeah, a lot of jump attacks you can do on this guy, which is fun. Gotta fight him in this room so she doesn't yeet herself off or summon the little, like... What are those little, like... I don't know. Super white gremlins down here. Like, what are these guys? Do they have a name?
That's a good question. I actually don't. I've read their name once, and I forget exactly what they were called. So I do not have an answer for you right now. But it is definitely a weird name. I will say that.
Yeah, I've like watched a lot of lore stuff. I've never seen it. Yeah, this guy, this little kills him.
That's crazy. You know what's funny is that their sound is just played in reverse.
What do you mean?
It's if you ever listen to how they actually scream, it's just it's like it reverse. It's some kind of like weird sound in reverse for their screaming. I don't know why, but that's just what they decided on.
I mean, it's creepy.
It's cool. It's me when I run a marathon. And yeah, I run for Crucible Knights here for sure. Because
last square, center square.
Yeah.
And we got the hefty or the ritual pots. Let's go.
Oh my god! And this pot just does not want her to get out, and now he misses every single hit.
Elevation.
That is so troll, dude. That is.
Dude, she's still there.
Elevation, bro. That is crazy. Ooh, big uppercut here. Uppercut swing. Yep. She is going to go for the duo fight. Oh, right? Maybe? If so, maybe so?
No.
No.
DPS.
Damn. Would have been cool.
Which is kind of interesting. Does Gray have a single Remembrance dead on board? Like,
Radon.
Is that on board somehow? Like, I don't.
Oh,
see
on board?
Square...
No. No, not really.
So I don't know why she would think that Margit and Moog Shackles is the square.
Could be just because there's a Crucible Knight in the capital. You also have a Gargoyle in the capital. So it's just maybe trying to like just get access to more options. Could be the thing here. Oh man. Yeah, you can tell the frustration's kind of setting in here. Getting
Yeah.
sniped, losing a square to some deaths. You know, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, when the game's kind of cooked, I find it kind of important when it's like a multi-game series to just kind of take the end of the game and just kind of find a way to equalize the mood, like D-tilts, just kind of vibe out or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe fight a Malenia for funsies. Maybe not at the big stage, that'd be a little BM, but like find some way to like mentally reset, like because you get like even more time that way than just the break to mentally prepare yourself. So.
True.
There are some games that are recoverable even at like a 12-6 disadvantage. Like we saw.
Okay. Oh, the
the lingering
aftershock.
effects, yeah.
Damn. Yeah, it's gonna be a square here for Gray in just a second. He's going for his 4th Crucible Knight.
I feel like after that Blank's Tom game in the preseason, just like nobody is ever gonna let anybody kind of forfeit again, because it's just like you never know. You're like the best in the world playing each other, and you can like come back from a gargantuan disadvantage. Yeah. So yeah, play it out.
I mean, that's just genuinely how it is, right? There's so many factors that can change a match. So even if it feels like such an uphill battle, I mean, I literally had one of those matches just the other day, where I was like, bro, if I want to win this, I'm going to have to work so damn hard. I don't know if I want to do that. And then I played the match out just to play it out and, like, pretty much almost won. I was like a 12-13 board. But still, like, off of, like, a 5-square deficit, like, I was like, okay, you know what? Honestly, that kind of worked out. So sometimes it seems like impossible, but it might be more possible than people realize.
Yeah, in some ways, if you can kind of like detect that it's going to be that kind of game early, while there's still some options open, and then just like prep some degenerate bingo line just in the dark, just like, all right, I'm going to lose if this game plays out normally. Let me do something just weird. Like, just get ready for a weird Psycho Send line, and sometimes you catch your opponent by surprise. But that is square 13 from Gray. Takes game 1 in the base game. Nicely done by him. Really clean.
GG's to Gray here, grabbing that first match. Yeah, we're going to be moving on to the DLC here in just a bit. Let me just go ahead and get this all set up here real quick. Hold on. And, oh, I did not set up this. Hold on just a second. Hold on.
Holding.
Oh, they switched on me. Oh, shit. Okay. Pausing enchantment. Got it. Okay, cool. All right, we'll see you guys in about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, let's take a quick break for the DLC match. See you guys in a second. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. And welcome back, guys. Welcome back to match 2. Here we go. DLC star Twisty versus Gray. Currently Rotten Duelist acts for both classes. And second match should be starting right about now. Jack, how do you feel about that first match?
I mean, it was definitely like the score was a bit lopsided, but I felt like we saw a lot of good decision making from Twisty. We didn't see any issues with like people not getting upgraded in time. Gray had a really clean game and just kind of controlled the pace of play. So he played really, really well. But I think Twisty did quite nicely. Like you mentioned at the end, that Erdtree Avatar snipe really set the tone for the rest of the game. And if that goes the other way, we probably have a significantly closer game. So I really think that just like that one little flip on the consecrated Avatar would have made a really, really nice game 1. But sadly, we move on to game 2 with, I mean, not sadly, but a point for Gray in a very convincing game 1.
Yeah, game 2 here now set up. We have kill Ralana, kill Bale, kill Rakshasa, kill Romina, kill Lamenter. Lots of kill Putrescent Knight. So lots of big bosses here that these players have to really focus on. Gray's stream's going to be delayed. I'm sorry, chat. It's going to buffer until it's delayed. We're going to be delayed by like about 10 to 15 seconds. It's just sadly how the connection works for him. All the way from Serbia, so it's definitely a little bit tougher if we do these international matches. But what are they going to be focusing on? Both players immediately going for the Rotten Duelist axe, by the way. Not going to be switching to any other class. This seems to be the most promising class that they could go for. I'm expecting to see maybe a Savage Lion's Claw Ice build on this Rotten Duelist axe. Wouldn't be surprised. For rush squares, however, what do we have here? We have anything that might be super specific. I mean, kill Unique Divine Bird Warrior. There's one. That one's technically kind of fast if you know what you're doing, but also pretty scary. Ancient Dragon Man, that's another rush square. Possibly Golden Braid if you want to rush backside. It's kind of a rush square in the fact that you can do that first, not necessarily on how long it takes, because that could take a while for sure. Kill a boss with 4 statuses could technically be a rush square, and also, I would say, should be. Because sometimes at some point, if you get too strong, 4 statuses is a little hard to proc on some of these fights. Once you have too many Skidoo fragments, once you have too many levels, it starts to get a little tricky on some of these boss fights to get 4 statuses off in time. So having the low amount of damage when you're first starting off in a match is like prime time for the specific square. So I'm very curious to see how this plays out for both of them.
Yeah, I was mostly paying attention to what they were buying at the start of the game, because I feel like especially in the DLC that kind of tells you where a player's head is at. Both players have bought greases. Twisty opted for Poison and Frost. Gray just the Frost grease, but he also has a Sacrificial Twig, which I haven't even looked at the board yet, but that tells me that 4 Hefty Pots is there, which it is. So he's going to be eyeing up a Hefty Pots Rush, which involves using the Sacrificial Twig to die in the jail and not lose your starting money, so you can rush the square before you upgrade. And then, as you say, this boss 4 status effects. 4 is tricky. They got built-in rot on the Great Axe, which is cool. But the big one is like getting bleed is really, really hard without a bleed weapon. Bleed grease is notoriously dog shit, so a little bit hard to figure out like how you're going to actually make that work. Sometimes you could opt for the bear with the Eternal Sleep grease as an option. But here we go, fog walls dropping, players running out the gate. Gray is drinking his physic for the bonus stamina regen as well out the gate. Delayed for days.
That's definitely 10 to 15 seconds, but I mean, sadly, we just have to deal with that. It's just a tough connection.
Yeah.
You know, so some things are going to be delayed here. But yeah, it looks like they're both kind of rushing Hefty Pots as their first pickup here in the Scorched Ruins. Maybe going for a Blade of Mercy. Not sure exactly. I think on this board, it would be very, very good idea to get Blade of Mercy. Oh, she just is not
Twisty
picking it up there. There we go. But like so much kill on this. We have Consort Radon, we have Ancient Dragon, Sinisax, Bale, Ralana, Rakshasa, Lamenter, Romina, Putrescent Knight. All of these like big boss fights. Like I feel like this is like one of the biggest boss fight boards I've ever seen of just like single name boss fights. Not like kill 2 Death Knights. No, it's like bang, named bosses. So this is going to be a thing of where you need to get money quickly and also just have a big build online, because what's going to happen these types of boards is that whoever gets like the first big boss kill, if that's Ralana, if that's Romina, that's gonna kind of avalanche your damage into the next boss fight, So you're gonna be faster and faster and faster. So you should try and get these boss fights out of the way as soon as possible. Like, try and get a hippo. Try and get a golden hippo for some money. Try, get if that is even Rakshasa. I don't know anything. Even Ancient Dragon Man. You just want to immediately do boss fights to try and front load all your damage, because if the other person does that and you don't, you're gonna fall behind very, very quickly here on this specific board.
Yeah, for the most part, the DLC tends to be a game of map presence. Gray's been playing the DLC for a long time, a little bit over a year now, and he's kind of built his identity around rush squares, which have been drastically reduced this season. So he's kind of been working on adapting to the new meta. Like, the old Gray would never be grabbing the Blade of Mercy talisman, for instance. He'd just be rushing straight at these hefty pots. So that is a nod to the style that the DLC currently is, where it's a lot more of these, like, later big kill bosses rather than some rush, some map, like, definitely an action-packed board that we have here. So grabbing that Blade of Mercy... I'm typically not a huge fan of it, but that's like also because I've spent so much time in the kind of previous formats where there was a lot of rush, that if you take the time out of your day to go and find that talisman, then you potentially cost yourself like 1 or 2 squares because the format was so fast. But these days, we see more and more players grabbing it. We see more players grabbing Longtail Cat Talisman, just for a little bit of feels-good value running around the map. We have a lot of verticality in the DLC, a lot of known quantity fall damage jumps where, just like having to heal on Torrent is just kind of annoying. So boarding that means that you just get to keep on riding and not have to worry about it at all. Like, Gray does all of Tiolier's skip, doesn't have to take a beat to heal. So I've seen Tom grabbing that. I've seen, I think, Blanks grabbing that, and now we see Gray grabbing that as well.
Yeah, Gray just a little bit behind because he got that Blade of Mercy pickup, but that's honestly going to save him a lot of time on this specific board with all the killing that's on this board. And honestly, seeing Egon's Furled Finger here and also kill Bale, you get a little bit of a helper here with this center square. That's kind of nice, actually, because Bale can be definitely a bit of a difficult fight. Egon definitely makes it a lot easier. So the center square here, honestly, is very tempting in my opinion, especially with Ancient Dragon Man also on the board. So I feel like kind of rushing this Ancient Dragon Man and maybe kind of looming over the fact that you have center square priority over your opponent would be kind of really, really nice in this regard. I do wonder what their first square is going to be beyond Hefty Pots, because as we can see for both of them, it looks like that Hefty Pots is that rush. For me personally, I think it would have been Ancient Dragon Man. I'm not gonna lie, I think this Hefty Pot rush is a bit of a bait. I feel like there's way better things to kind of lean into here.
It is really efficient as far as map progress goes. Like, you just, like, the only time you waste is like, I don't know, 30 seconds in a jail, and everything else is just grabbing meaningful graces and map progression. So it is a pretty powerful rush square. That being said, as far as like how the texture of this board looks, there, like you say, there is a lot of south. So having that free square along the way in the Ancient Dragon Man, which both players are going to need to kill this game anyway, why not get the square? I've seen Tom do like the 4 unique status effects on ADM. A little tricky on NPCs because they're so squirrely sometimes, but especially if you come by a Wild Strikes weapon, it's like super free. Twisty having a little bit of a hard time getting up this.
I do it to the right. I don't do it to the left.
Yeah, I do it to the right typically as well. You have to, like, if you do it to that side, you have to like kind of jump backwards as your first jump because there's a ledge and Torrent bonks his head.
Yeah,
but we're just gonna go around, and now we
just
see
not
that
Twisty's day today apparently.
No, not for skips anyway.
Yeah. That's tough. That is tough.
But, I mean, that's like, it's still way better than dying on Tioli. Skip to have a little bit of a hiccup there, so not a huge loss. Basically, we traded a little bit of a parkour issue for Gray having a Blade of Mercy, and now they're equal, but he's got the talisman.
All right, we're going for upgrades here now. Both are upgrading pretty much at the exact same time, although Gray is technically 10 seconds behind footage-wise here, so he is...
That's true.
Definitely, probably almost done with upgrading at this point. But do we check the weapons? We do. And what do we have here? War Pick, Guitar, nothing crazy. Jawbone, I guess, for Wild Strikes, but that's pretty much
Wild Strikes on ADM. He did buy it, so potentially interested in that early ADM. The thing about Jawbone Axe with Wild Strikes on ADM is it is very short. Like, I don't know how safe it is just to like sit there and Wild Strikes it. Like, Wild Strikes him. Like, can he get out of it because it's so short? Like, I'm not entirely sure.
It could be if you're trying to corner him. I think if you're just doing it out in the open, I think it's going to be a bit problematic because him rolling out, his weapon definitely outranges the Jawbone X 100%. So he might just do some like rolling R1s to try and punish you for it. So I think Jawbone could be nice to at least maybe get some status off, and then switching back to Rotten Duelist Axe or something like that could be a really good option for this specific setup. But it looks like that gray going for Garu maybe.
Yeah, it does give a good amount of money. It is a corner square, so like the corner square being a potential advantage over Ancient Dragon Man. There's also like the skip down if he like grabs this grace towards the catacombs. Like if the catacomb ever becomes relevant, he's got a better grace for it. But the thing I was gonna say about Wild Strikes is like that's one of the few ways that you can reliably proc bleed grease because it just hits so damn much. So potentially able to get a bleed with that. I guess there weren't any bleed weapons in the shop. I was mostly keeping my eye out for good weapons rather than just like a throwaway bleed weapon. I guess there was the Bloodstained Dagger, actually. I remember seeing that, so that could have been an option as well.
I don't know. I don't know if I like the Bloodstained Dagger enough, man. That's a pretty
I think it's
rough...
mostly like if you did an Eternal Sleep on like the bear or something and then just like wailed on him with the dagger just for the status, like that could work. But I don't see any bear synergy.
It is a little finicky, that's for sure. Here we go. Skip now to the Fog Rift Fort here for Gray. Going to be grabbing Black Knight Garu as his first kill. He's got like Skidoo level 3 probably at this point. And we'll see how this fight goes. This can be a little bit of a weird fight with Black Knight Garu as he sometimes just like blocks every single one of your attacks. Do we see maybe a 4 status Garu? Is that what we're going for? I don't think
so.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is it as soon as he goes into combat? Why couldn't it have just been like when they're collecting rocks? Like, okay.
Yeah, just grabbing the Skidoo on the way to Shadow Altus. That would be the nice time to lag Mr. Gray, if you don't mind, in the future.
There we go. Yeah, these Crouch R1s are very, very strong versus Black Knight Garu. Should be getting a Rot proc. There it is. Very nice. Frost proc very soon. There it is, too. Do we swap greases here at all? Or are we just committing to this?
I don't think he has other greases. I don't think he has enough variety to do the status effects.
And Twisted here, by the way, is setting up hippos. Okay, so I do like this. They're both kind of doing different paths here. Literally the exact opposite corner squares. Black Knight Garu here for Gray, and then 2 hippos potentially here for Twisted. Jesus Christ, we're so far behind.
Yeah, there's the mark.
Yeah, there's that Black Knight Garu kill. Let me try and just refresh this, I guess, because that is a little too far back.
I will say, typically, I'm a big hater of Hippo in this format. I think that the format is slow enough, and back section is, like, always populated with some amount of squares that, like, going Hippo, to me, always feels really, really bad. Like, even though you can do front to back section skip to get back there, you still have to, like, go off and get the gesture to get into hinterlands, or do, like, go up to Emir to get the whistle or the dupe or whatever. Like, there's... Or, like, under the water, there's stuff. Like, on this board, there's the helms. So, like, Hippo just always, I think, kind of feels like bait. Like, it's such a rare game that's actually a Hippo board. And this board, to me, really doesn't look like a Hippo board. We
also see Blood Grease on this Rotten Duelist Axe, which is just, that's not going to happen.
I think there's a 0% chance that this gets procced here. The buildup is really low, and this thing doesn't attack very quickly. And as I talked about last game, animals, with their robustness, they do not bleed very easily, taking a lot of damage as well.
And on top of that, she's constantly getting knocked into the air, so all the time that she should be using swinging, she's trying to use recovering her health and, dodging. This is definitely tough. Yeah, this is not going to be a 4 status square, but hopefully she realizes that and just, like, still goes for the kill, regardless if this Blood Grease wears off or not.
Yeah, it will be that acceleration that you talked about at the start, where, like, Hippo is, like, one of the most efficient kills for power because of the free 2 Skidoo and, like, the 200,000 runes that it gives. You basically get your full setup from there and can essentially kill anything in the game. Nice vacuum riposte that time. Do we have a phase transition script? Charge Dart 2.
Looks like it. And bang. And then,
out of stam.
R1. There we go.
Oh, but gets the stagger anyway. Takes some quills, but gets the stagger.
A little close, but we got it. Yeah, she's not even applying other greases. She's like, you know what? It's fine. It's whatever. There we go. Hefty Pots here, by the way, for Gray. Oh, we're kind of in time. That's nice. 4 Hefty Pots for Gray with that Sacrificial Twig. Gonna get all the way back out of this Bonnie jail, and then I'm assuming going to backside here potentially. Again, I really like this Ancient Dragon Man play, but no one's going for it, which is a little bit of a bummer.
Okay, here's the first big quill spray. Nice dodge. Only takes 1 quill. A little bit stally here now on the Hippo. It's really important to close the gap when Hippo starts stalling like this in phase 2.
Oh, the
Gets
grab
bitten.
attack.
I think she's okay.
She's
got
fine,
Dragon
she's fine.
Crest. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, it's a little close, though. Here's the head slam. Double head slam. Okay, there we go. Holy schmoly, Batman.
Good heals. Another quill spray. Another nice dodge.
Okay, as long as we don't lose the time on this fight, it's not bad. Yeah, as we can see, by the way, she also just gave up on the 4 statuses, because if the bleed doesn't proc, don't waste your grease, you know, for the rest of the other fight. It's just not worth it. Imbued Swordkeep pick up here from Gray, so he might be looking actually at Divine Bird Warrior this early on. Maybe just setting it up because Rolana's on the board, as he's getting the what's it called? Castle Lord's Chambers.
Ooh, perfect dodge on that quill spray. Yeah. And as I mentioned at the very start, like, Gray is a lover of the rush, so we're going to see him vacuum up as much of this stuff in Shadow Altus, I think, as he can. Just not really worried too much about map progression while there are these center-of-the-map squares to gather. Gray, we've kind of had to, what's the like, pulling the dude off stage with the cane, like, shtick? Like, get him away from the Hippo in this format. Get him into back section. It's, he's had a bit of a hard time adapting to the change of pace, but... I think once the Shadow Altus stuff is gone, I think we'll see him go back section. There's just way too much back there to ignore.
Yep. But currently rushing this Divine Bird Warrior. Hopefully this goes well for him. We have seen this fight definitely be very devastating for a lot of players, especially this early on. We're only 13 minutes into a match. Having a Skidoo level of 3, I believe. This is going to be a little bit of a tough setup, especially because they don't have like a full talisman setup and everything. Let's bring him up on the big screen here for a second. Hopefully that doesn't freak out his stream.
Big screen Burge.
And let's see here. Yep, that's what I was worried about, but okay. Okay, yep. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. Come on. It's okay. All right. Let's lock
Pet
it.
the server. Pet the server.
Come on.
Okay, buddy. You can do it.
Please.
Oh!
Okay. Are we good now?
Just
Are we
dives
good?
right into the machine gun attack. No big deal.
Okay. This is like one of the things I think are like is really good to know, by the way, if for a lot of these like taller bosses. This is the same like with the Runala, right? If you're kind of swinging all the time, you're mostly technically in a crouching position. So some of these guys just can't hit you. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna go back to the other screen here just a second here.
Okay. He's got to proceed with caution.
He does have the rod proc on the bird,
attack.
so that's good.
The waterfall's kind of making it hard to see, but all right, that's the stagger.
Wow, he did get it. There it is. Very nice.
3-0, both diagonals covered already. Center square is almost 100% nullified as well. There's only the column 3 to block if he just doesn't care about going south.
And now we see Ancient Dragon Man here for Twisty, making her way towards that cave. And Gray now with a lot of money can be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go do a little bit of shopping. This is what I was talking about, right? With front loading a bunch of this damage. Like once you get 1 or 2 kills, you can like buy like a whole setup pretty much and get ready to take over this whole DLC board.
Yeah, I was kind of curious to see if he would look for a wet blade because like now would be the right time, I would imagine, to go and get that Ash of Warfare infusion. But there's like in kind of scanning the board, there's very little out by Bellerot, so that 3-path cross grace is really low value in my opinion. It's like just kind of revered Ash. I'm not really seeing any other reason to go that way, so we may just be seeing uninfused gamers this go around. Oh,
we're seeing also a Frozen Gray.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. Is it just frozen for me? Refs haven't said anything yet, so it might just be frozen for me. All right. Well,
hopefully they can see what's going on.
I'll do it. I'll do the refresh.
Brace yourselves.
Oh. Almost pressed the wrong button.
Meanwhile, Twisty on the way to Ancient Dragon Man. Who knows where Gray is in relation to that?
Oh, there we go. Okay, he's back.
They're probably at like roughly the same spot with the wonky delays and stuff. Twisty revving up this Wild Strikes Jawbone Axe. curious to see how this looks. She's not full health, which is just interesting. All right, in the Wild Strikes loop. Should be proc soon. There it is. Yeah, currently he is just bozoing straight into it. Nearly out of stamina, though. We got to reset. Takes a shot. Okay, they both heal. Back into the loop, but ADM does a jump attack. Hilarious. Into an Ash of War. Whiffs. Back into the loop. There we go. I don't know if she has quite enough stamina to kill him in this go-around.
Ooh,
She
might.
Oh,
No, she's got it. Nice.
Huge.
That's a great pickup
Really
here for Twisty.
Yeah.
Really
Walks
good
column
pickup.
5. Gets into south a little bit before gray. I don't know if she'll like keep going. Oftentimes in the DLC, you like to like plant your flag with a square that tells your opponent that you're in an area and then go leave. You know, trusting that it's safe and that you can sit on the prio and go do something else. But let's see what she does. Okay, does a Grace Warp. Gonna go spend her money. I like this a lot. Spending that first like 1 to 200,000 runes in the DLC is like your biggest power surge that you can get in this format.
That was a great katana drop, by the way. That's huge. That's a big pickup for both of these.
Huge for the 4 status as well. Like a viable bleed weapon.
Oh, she is immediately buying greases here. Maybe buying a wet blade as well. We'll see.
Gray's going to be eyeing it up as well, surely. Finishing her purchase. What else are we getting?
I don't know, but she's taking a little too long in this shop.
We're shopping.
Claw talisman.
Okay. I'm a claw talisman enjoyer. It's a
Okay.
big boost. It's pretty cheap. A lot of opportunities in the DLC for jump attack punishes.
Going back to the pillar pathway. Or does she try and port wrong? She was going to go for Highland Cross. Nope.
Invaders? Surely not. I mean, that's kind of the only thing to do here, I guess. Why invaders?
Yeah, why are we back here?
Just putting Wild Strikes to use some more, I guess.
I'm confused. There are no invaders on the board. Oh,
There
there is
is,
invaders.
bottom row.
Oh, okay.
It's just not like the most powerful square at the moment, I would
Yeah, I
say.
know. I think map progression here would be the biggest. For sure. I agree. Definitely a little surprised by this pickup.
No Iris. Hopefully there's nothing that, like, more
It's
would lock
fast.
her out of.
I'll say that much.
It's fast-ish. More takes a while to die. Queeline can be a trolly little...
Yeah.
He does drop a talisman, I guess.
Also, I mean, you could also just use some statuses on more. With the Great Katana, that should not be bad at all.
But, I mean, that... Statuses? I mean, that wouldn't work for the square or anything, though.
No, it wouldn't work for the square. It's just useful.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Does he rot? Because he is like, isn't like by lore he's one of the little bugs or something, right?
I don't know.
Or is he just a bug buddy?
I think he's just a bug buddy. He just made friends with bugs. I think is how that works. Because he's still
Interesting
considered
fella.
a tarnished, I believe.
Right.
I think. Unless I'm crazy.
He's just like the only human bug buddy.
Actually, well, never mind. I'm referencing a website that I'm not sure is 100% accurate, so I might be wrong. But they have him tagged as a hornsent, so...
A horn synth? Yeah, that surely can't be right.
I'm not sure. Queeline, hello. And
Classic
Grace first
Queeline.
again. Okay.
Oh boy.
We'll just give it some time. We'll give it some time. He's currently just running.
Very few things give me more satisfaction than seeing Queeline blasted out of the air, like the punk he is. Okay, careful. Oh, stab in the ass, no! Oh,
That's always
Queeline.
tough. Oh, he's back.
Huge.
Thank God.
Does Twisty ever physic filled? Because I feel like she didn't drink it for that fight. Oh, she also didn't equip the talismans that she bought? Yeah, we still just have 2 buff icons. Yeah, I kind of like getting out of here. Like, screw NPC invaders at this stage. It's not really all that important.
I'll be
Gray
honest,
going
I'm a little
back
surprised
section.
Rolana's still on the board. I'm not going to lie. I really thought that would be kind of contested at this point, specifically. It's a kind of an early Remembrance fight. They have really good weapons, especially Great Katana. I think like once you saw Great Katana, you'd be like, pierce damage. I could do Rolana like right now. I don't know. I feel a little surprised, but also I understand that there is a lot of map progression that needs to be done. on this board. So maybe they're just like, that's more important than going for a one-off fight. You know?
You should be able to do Rolana 4 status. Just like have a poison grease. He's got the rotten axe. You know, I feel like that would be a really powerful play. But, you know, it's also in the DLC, it is nice to just, like, not get behind on map. Like, you don't want to sit, like, too long in the middle of the map, and then your opponent's just, like, way out ahead of you to all corners of the map, able to set up lines that you just, like, can't deal with. And then when it's finally time for you to make up map progress, like, all of a sudden Square is just getting sniped out from under you. Like, we saw that from somebody recently, Blanks, I think, just like really masterfully closing out squares as their opponent was like trying to come to Shadowkeep.
Yeah, and we're grabbing the money here in Fort Reprimand, by the way, and maybe also the Spirit Ash. I think that's what Twisty might be looking at here. Church District for Gray right now. Going through here, maybe also looking for Spirit Ashes as we have Fire Knight Hilda and the backside as pickup, but also on top of that, you have, you know, Ancient Row, the Scorpion Spider Ashes.
I'm curious if he drains the water here. Typically, I am not a huge fan of doing it when there's just like one square, or in this case, 1/3 of a square down there. So it's just like you might miss out on whatever you were most interested in like Shadowkeep proper. So curious if he takes that little bit of value here, or just goes. And nope. Into Shadowkeep.
Twisty is going front side here. She's not going to go all the way around. So I don't necessarily mind that. She is going to be missing out on Golden Braid, obviously, if she doesn't grab Oh Mother.
Yeah.
Beyond that, does she really miss out on anything, though?
Golden Braid, the Helms.
Yeah, Helms.
Kinda it.
Not that much. She also misses out on the Spirit Ash pickup, which is the Finger Creepers, as a pickup, but she can do Fire Knight Hilda and the Scorpion Spiders as a backup. She just has to do, you know, backside or front to back skip to be able to get to Fire Knight Hilda, but it's
also
not that
pretty hard to get the drop talismans without going backside as well, because the Emir one is typically pretty chill to grab. But yeah, it actually kind of looks like South and Frenzy may be kind of the hot spots that are on this board. Because like Rakshasa and the 2 hippos are like pretty fast to do down there. You have like progress towards a catacomb. There's a Spirit Ash down there. All of that's quite nice. And then south, like, you could get the second DLC sorcery there, or the second non-merchant sorcery, rather, by Deathrite Bird. Lamenter's on this board. The furthest away troll is down there. PK, of course. And then, like, Senesax, Bale, Egon, all that stuff. So I think south is probably the most powerful spot to be. It's possible that Gray's just giving Twisty time to, like, show him if she's interested in south. Like, he's just progressing Shadowkeep, ensuring he doesn't get sniped, seeing what's up.
This Egon center square would be huge for Gray. That would be just double diagonal and row 3 as a triple threat. That, I don't know. I feel like leaving that open for Gray is also a little terrifying, though.
Yeah, I mean, which also means it'd be super powerful for Twisty as well, to just, like, shut down all those lines. Yeah.
100%. I guess because, like, he didn't kill Ancient Dragon Man in the same time as Twisty did, and she, like, got that kill 30 seconds faster, that he was like, okay, whatever, I'm not going to try and erase it. But now I feel like it's been enough time to where he can consider it. You know, maybe grab a Grace here and then go back.
Yeah, going all the way for Golden Braid. There's not a ton back here in the hinterlands. It's fine, though, I guess. Slow board, so... Yeah, you kind of got to go everywhere anyway.
It is a mid to late game board, 110%.
Yeah, there was that like initial flurry of Shadow Altus squares, and now we're just kind of making up the map, doing a little Peepo torrent.
All right, Gaius Grace going to be popping up here in just a moment. Maybe we see a Golden Braid here from Gray into an immediate Egon's Finger to kind of push this diagonal a bit more over just going for the center square right off the rip.
possible. Doesn't really need this Gaius Grace for any reason, but...
What in
Whoa!
the... Okay, are we that...
Oh my days. Hello.
Frick? Okay, well, he did go for Golden Braid, like I said.
Hopefully the refs are able to, like, kind of get, like, make sure that everything's, like, being done properly.
What the hell? Yeah,
I feel for them, though. It's tough.
That was insane. What the hell?
Yeah. All right. Making up some gravesite playing. I guess finally going for the infusion, I would imagine. That's like the main reason to go this way. So it's the end of the second hippo. Block a few lines. Corner square and whatnot.
He's still not going for Egon, though, which is so fascinating. He went for Golden Braid and is immediately going towards 3-path cross, you know, Bellerot. So I do wonder what he sees here.
I do think Gray is, like, more not a south enjoyer, I guess you could say. Like, more of a center of the map, shadow keep, that kind of thing. Kind of have to tug on the old leash to get him to go south, I would say. I'm the same way, like 100%. But on this board, it's a pretty strong south board. They gotta go there pretty soon, both of them. And like ADM's already dead for both of them, so the barrier of entry is non-existent.
Yeah, which it surprises me even more that the center square is not being contested this early on.
Okay.
This hippo giving Twisty a little bit of trouble there. It is rotted.
The damage is not very exciting. I would love to see a great katana swap for both of these guys.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not, honestly. There it is, 2 hippos, though.
Now, Gray will probably think that that is back section Rakshasa Prio. Like, the diag and stuff is, you know, like I would want 2 hippos down that way. Yeah, so I wouldn't expect him to read this as front side, but maybe he will. There has been a lot of, like, dark spots in the log where, like, Twisty has had some potential for hidden progress. Setting up the horn scent here.
Drop talismans.
I guess. It's pretty early to be going for that. Also Gray. Ugh. Oh, boy. I guess he's headed towards Rao based on his direction, because he already went loft. Maybe it's either Rao or Frenzy. It's kind of no other option, so... Maybe we'll see Romina light up in 5 seconds and be super confused.
Yeah. Why is this so... crazy?
I know he uses Starlink, so, I don't know. Send Elon some hate mail.
The hell is Starlink?
That's like a Elon's SpaceX internet thing, or you get like satellite internet or something. But this is definitely not a hashtag ad because you can see the effects of it right now.
That's crazy. All right. Well, we're going for what seems to be. What are we going for, Twisty?
Revere Dash, I guess.
Yeah, it could be.
It's the only thing.
She's setting up a bunch of different things, pretty much. She's kind of prepping right now, just a bunch of different squares.
They're all squares that take some different map and a lot of time to finish. So I would rather, I think, see some of these faster one-off squares. I think like the Deathrite Bird would be fantastic. Actually, so okay, hang on. Colossal weapons often do strike damage, but this is like an axe colossal weapon. Does this do standard or strike? Like, would it be good against the Deathrite Bird?
The duelist axe?
Yeah.
It's standard, I'm like 90% sure.
Okay, so not as good as a strike colossal, but I mean it would inflict some rot. Okay, now this I like, going down to Frenzy for the like Rakshasa and some ashes. There's a revered ash down here. I would have still probably rather seen the 2 hippos down here. I guess Romina is out there. I don't know. It's in a lot of ways, like on some boards, there's just like a lot of correct ways to do squares that like when you see something and you're like, I kind of would have done it this way, but then you look at it again and it's like, actually that was totally fine. Like hypothetically, you could go get the second hippo in Karo's grave while doing the Deathrite Bird. Okay, she's doing the drop talisman. Okay.
We're pausing the match here real quick as Gray has been frozen for the last minute and a half, so.
Okay. That makes sense. Kind of an awkward time for Twisty to have to pause. Fortunately,
can she pause in this?
Yeah, she might not be able to do it in PvP. Yeah, we'll let the refs sort that part out.
Yeah.
They'll probably just let her play it out and then make her wait a little bit once we resume.
Definitely tough. Definitely tough. Hopefully this whole thing resets here. Hornsent getting blasted right now from Letta and from Twisty.
Yeah. Fun fight or fun fact though, if you just like let a fight Hornsent, like she will kill him. You don't have to do anything. So hypothetically, she could be like, "I'm paused, guys," and Letta just like murders Hornsent for her.
All right, we see Gray again here. He should be back. He did quit out.
Cat lurking in the background. You can see the tail flicking in and out of view occasionally. He's counting something. The thing that I'm curious about is when he loads in, like, where the hell is he? What has he been doing?
Yeah.
Where are we gonna be, Mr. Gray? That's a big ass bottle of water.
All right, they said they're gonna unpause here, but they're gonna have Twisty wait 25 seconds because of the
Makes
NPC
sense.
fight.
Props to the rest for getting everything sorted out quickly and equitably. Very nicely done by them.
Okay, I see Gray just sitting there though. What are we waiting
Has anyone
for?
told him?
Yeah. The refs have been in his call, but I can't tell if I'm still behind now or.
Yeah, he could just be like a minute ahead or something in real life. We're gonna see Romina get marked before he starts moving again.
No, that's just him waiting right now for them to unpause.
Okay, the refs have moved back to their own call. Surely, I guess they're probably like gonna unpause the match like in game so they can track the timer. Yeah. So then they've told Twisty like the timestamp that she can get going. Okay, so Gray should be going right about now. All right, so he's not too badly delayed. Only like 5 seconds on our live feed. Okay, he is in Frenzy. He chose Frenzy. So if Twisty goes down there as well, she might get sniped on like Rakshasa or something. Honestly, a little bold of him to be going for this. Like, again, I would probably read those two hippos. I guess you could read it as Golden and Karos, but most of the time I would read two hippos as Frenzy Rakshasa. Gray living up to his name, as always. It's 100% his fault.
Oh, she's going downstairs too now. Okay, they're both maybe considering Rakshasa here. But both, I don't know why they're still using Rotten Duelist X. I am definitely surprised with having Great Katana available that they're both still committing. Are they just so in love with the Rot, I guess?
I don't know. This weapon's super mid. Like, I would get rid of this as soon as I could.
It's good as a starter weapon, but definitely Great Katana should be the big swap here.
Yeah, it does have that colossal moveset with the crouch R1s and stuff where you can just like abuse a lot of things, but like the weird deck scaling for no reason. It's so heavy, like and like slow. I don't know. I would want to get off of it.
And you know what's worse is the fact that Gray just leveled to 38 strength. When this weapon is a dex weapon as well.
Did he even see that it was Great Katana from ADM? Because Gray is a Great Katana enjoyer for sure. I'm like very surprised he isn't swapping to it. I feel like he just didn't notice. I honestly kind of want to ask him about it after the game. All right, Rakshasa time. He did go out of his way for the Ash of War, so he is now heavy infused. So.
Okay. Never mind then. Then strength scaling makes sense.
Yeah, that is heavy. It's that darker color. Keen is the different one. So he's saying, screw the native dex. I'm just gonna make it strength, and you're gonna like it.
We are doing the Rakshasa fight here. Hopefully, this is a good fight. This can definitely be a bit of a slog, if you will, depending on the RNG. And are you fucking kidding me? How is it every time he goes into combat? What is happening to his computer that when he goes into combat, it just takes a shit? because when he's traveling, it's fine.
Yeah, there is something about like however your computer is performing in the moment. Like I remember when I was streaming with like pretty shitty internet, and whenever I went into the Mesmer fight and he like sprays all of those like snake particles and stuff, like my bit rate on the stream would like go to shit and everything would be pixelated squares and stuff. So like maybe something about the boss spawning in,
Oh,
and like, oh, that's a
Twisty
I
is
would
stuck mid-air. She's gonna die to gravity here in a second if she doesn't.
yeah, I gotta warp out.
All right,
All
Gray is
right,
back
we're
here.
halfway through the fight. Let's go.
Oh, he already is past the flask here on Rakshasa as well. She is
Down to
rotted
8
currently.
heals. Not going for the crouch tech. Okay, now he does. Knocks her on her ass. All right, now the big question. Once he's done with this, will he wear the helmet? That's what I want to know.
Possibly, possibly. Rot should be killing her here. Oh, he just tags her
That's
midair. Very, very nice. Manfly Ashes here for Twisty. There's the kill for Gray on Rakshasa. This diagonal is building, and that's kind of stressful. These Spirit Ash pickups, though, are pretty good. Meteoric Ore Blade dropping here for Rakshasa, by the way. One of my favorite weapons in the game.
I'm not a huge fan, but he is strength heavy, so he could use it for something if he wanted.
It's nice.
Again,
it's
this
nice.
4 status, it's just sitting there.
And we are going to finish these Spirit Ashes here with the Scorpion Spider Ashes in Ancient Row here from Twisty. Very nice pickup for sure. It's going to be a nice block on this diagonal. And then we'll see how they progress from there. I do want to see someone go for Egon's Furled Finger at this point. Like, this is just a little too crazy for me that this is still open.
Yeah, no love paid for the South. All right, gets the jump across. A little bit tricky, a little squirtly. Weird that it even exists in the first place.
There it is. And that square mark made Gray's computer freak the hell out. Made him stutter step here a couple of times. Be like, damn, you missed a square.
Send 8 more bits across the internet, and all of a sudden, Gray!
That's actually insane. Oh my god. What the hell? We're going to do Rolana. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well,
surely this will not have any lag whatsoever.
Yeah, as soon as the moon attack is going to happen, it's going to be
phase
obliteration.
transition.
Not wearing
Still
the
Ancient
helmet.
Row. Not wearing the helmet. You're so right. What an animal. No love for the extra damage. Must see hair, I guess.
All right. Here's us the fight on Rolana. Very, very nice.
Damn, a great katana with some pierce attacks would be sick.
I'm so shocked. I'm genuinely... It confuses me, for sure. Oh, and she's going for Rolana now, too. Twisty.
Oh?
Going towards the Castle Lord's chambers. Oh, big stagger here on Rolana. I swear, if she would use Great Katana here, she could probably beat Gray, even though he's ahead. Oh.
She does have more juice. She's killed Golden Hip.
She's going down. She wants to go for the sorcery here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a fine call as well. I mean, it builds a column, too, for her. She's got some sneaky progress towards the catacombs that Gray doesn't know about. Nice
Big stagger. Frost and Rot procced here. Nice jumping attack.
Oh,
super combo.
Here it comes. Nice rolls. Really, really nice fight. Oh, gets a little bit of an uppercut. Optional follow-up. She does it.
Okay.
Stays locked in. Nicely done.
Nice dodges.
Oh. Yeah, if you roll that in that way, she can do that optional follow-up. It's a little rare, but another super move. You can, once you get the initial timing on it, you can basically just spam roll through it. So it's all about like managing that first delay. And there we see the mark. Nicely done from Gray. Now there's a column 4 brewing. It's really south time. Like it's been south time for a long time, but now it's past south o'clock. It's south o'clock 30. We really should be heading that way. And we see Twisty.
We do see Twisty go there.
Really nice.
Finally, jeez Louise. We do see Gray going back to the loft though. All right. He already has the Gaius Grace, so yeah, it might be sorceries that he's looking at.
Looking to close down majority for himself. Column 2 being one of the few open angles that Twisty has on this board to put a threat up. And this is just like really good bingo. Like when you're in control of the game, just like put out any potential fires before they start. It just like you get to move towards like nice fast blocks. Like maybe they don't progress your own aggressive game plan anymore, but when you're like pulling ahead by double squares on majority, just like really locking down the board, making the game super safe for yourself, and then like once that is accomplished, then you can like go max greed mode and get all the synergies, or go super late where they can't possibly contest you, and just avoid those snipes that get your opponent back into the game. So just really, really nice choices here.
Yeah. I think Gray, oh wow, he's going for the same sorceries as Twisty. This is weird. I really thought he would go back to the Castle Ensis one, because this one would be faster technically. So it's actually a nice pickup from Twisty here. I thought Twisty would get sniped on sorceries, but from the looks of it, Gray maybe going for the same exact sorcery, or going for Egon's Finger.
He's angling right. He's headed this way as well, which is a good shout. I think there's slightly more this way than there is up Jagged Peak, and the stuff up Jagged Peak is more difficult. Senesax, Egon's Finger, Bale, like all that stuff is much harder. Cat in the way. Relocate the cat. But yeah, like this Deathrite Bird and like the second sorcery is much faster than any of that stuff. So I quite like this choice from both of them. So Twisty can go up and grab that sorcery before grabbing the Grace. There is a safe drop down. If you just keep riding, you basically end up at the Grace, and it's just really, really smooth routing. So hopefully she knows that drop down. But either way, I really like how she's moving through the map at this point.
There we go.
Nice.
Very nice pickup.
All right, and she's still in. Oh, we got to go a little bit.
That should be okay.
I think we're dead.
Right?
Oh, sticks the landing?
Wow.
Okay, we're fine.
Nice.
Not the way I would get down, but that works.
So now this column 2 looks nice, especially with Lamenter on the board, right? You could try and maybe force your opponent to do hoods, but like...
I feel like... I don't like... I would really love to see the Deathrite Bird get killed here. Like if you sit on this, like the column 4 can slip away very quickly. Like the trolls are down here, the Deathrite Bird's down here. Like, yeah, you're a little ahead on talismans, but like I would way rather have Deathrite Bird, because it's just like you said, that one and done fight. That's just you do it, it's done. You get money, you get acceleration. It doesn't take nearly as long as running around and grabbing 4 talismans. Like the 4 talismans is so long, you're probably not going to be able to get it until you do the Death Knight Catacomb, which there is 2 catacombs, but it's pretty bad on this board to want to do that super early. But Gray pivoting, he's not going for the Deathrite Bird. He made the read that the sorcery that Twisty gathered is down here, which is a shrewd read. Doesn't want to get sniped, goes somewhere else. I would expect to see him come back if Twisty sits on this for too long. Maybe once the NPC Invaders gets marked, he ports back. But I think this is a nice call. You don't want to be getting sniped while you're building towards a majority win. So.
It annoys me so much that they have Great Katana and they're not using it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's a toughie. That's a toughie for sure. I'm like, bro, man. Some of these things could be way faster if you just opened up your inventory for a second.
The other thing is that because it dropped in the world, it has overhead stance on it, so you don't even need... Like, Twisty, who hasn't gone to 3-path to get the Savage Lion's Claw, she could have an infused weapon right now, because it's got that Ash of War on it, ready to go.
Right.
So that would be huge value for her. I feel like Gray just didn't see that he got it. I feel like he'd be using it, but maybe I'm wrong. Again, I would like to ask. Oh, Queenline! Oh my god, dude, this guy is a little goddamn psychopath.
He is pretty insane. Oh, the stib stab and the blib blab there, the triple poke.
Wow. That's a lot of damage.
She's got him back at the heal threshold. If she backs off a little bit, she could try and buy herself a little bit of time here. She checks his flask. It's empty.
Some crouch
backstab.
Oh my lord.
Okay,
I don't know what that was. Oh, one more time.
Okay.
Ooh. If he did like a hyper armor Asher War in there or something, she would be definitely dead. But
that is 2 invaders now. Also gets another drop talisman. That's 3 for her. 3.
That's true.
2?
I don't think she's gotten the one from Letta unless I missed it.
No, she did. She did get the one from
Oh,
Leto.
she did? Okay. She should probably equip it. I still think that she bought some talismans that she doesn't actually have on. And like the Letta one is actually pretty good. She's probably skidooed up enough that she doesn't need this Crimson Seed talisman, or she could swap that out for like the nice Letta talisman for some more damage. Yeah, Moore's a really nice fight with the Colossal. He just gets to kind of loop his ass with this. The really nice part about this crouch R1 with the Colossal is that while you're crouching, you get a little burst of stamina recovery. So even though like Colossal stamina requirements are pretty high, you're just constantly regenning. So you can keep this up like forever almost.
The damage feels so low versus him, man.
It's probably a lack of attunement, and I feel like
He
she
can be
maybe
rotted, though,
doesn't...
by the way. Just letting you know, just answering your
Yeah,
question from before. He is rotted.
Yeah. Hey, she... Oh, okay, that one doesn't do damage. That's okay. She might not know that this is a dex weapon as well, and maybe has like a bunch of strength on like a E-scaling strength unattuned rotten axe or something. So this is basically just base damage of the weapon.
Yeah.
I'm already overseeing this thing. Give me some great katana action.
Okay. Nice, not double chugging there and like having some patience, but taking that shield slam to the face is definitely not good.
Did he hyper armor through that or something? He's gonna die to the rot.
There it is.
Okay, there we go. 3 invaders. Does put a little bit of pressure on column 3. Still needs to solve column 4. Would love to go back to the Death Ray Bird right now.
Dude, that center square is still available is blowing my mind.
It's less important now.
Now
like,
it is, but in the moment it was so critical and no one flinched, and it's just crazy to me that it's survived all of this time.
What are we doing here? There's no way we're going for catacombs, right? Right?
We might be.
She's getting constantly baited by the Revered Ash, like, oh, I got Skidoo.
Yeah,
the little bubble. Yeah.
Oh no, we are pivoting. Okay, we're going to Bonnyville here. Are we going backside now?
Yeah, I think we're fixing our back section progress. But like now that Golden Braid's gone and Gray's working on Helms, this is going to be 100% wasted.
That's tough.
Maybe the Great Axe check. Maybe she does that, and it's something that... Oh, wait. Gray did it earlier, and it was like Bonnie Knife or something. Oh, it's just straight up Great Axe. Use that. That's... Well, yeah, use that. That's better than this thing.
Oh, the Revered Ash pickup here, too.
Oh, yeah.
So many things
Still,
to
I think
of.
we're a ways off of this. She doesn't have 3 path. Doesn't get that ever so valuable 2 stack pickup at the start of Belarot. Gray looking towards stealing Romina, perhaps, finishing off his masks. There's still so much in the south. Why are we not there?
Mask is definitely going to be a nice block on this column 2 here for Gray. Currently 6-5. Gray 1 square ahead. It's not meaning super much as his board currently is kind of developing almost, I would say, in Twisty's favor. She currently has column 2 and column 3 available. Gray currently only has column 4, really, as a bit of a viable line here. I could see this. Dude, I don't know, man. Like Lamenter would be nice, but
best case for Twisty here is that she touches like the Grace above Emir, like right as Gray marks Helms, and then she knows that she doesn't need to go further back section at all, but still has the progress to get the whistle for a dropped talisman. I think that's the best case for her. If she goes any further into Church District, she's going to be wasting time. But again, like I think whoever just like really commits to the south first going to be in a really, really nice spot on majority. And like, I mean, I was kind of glazing Gray at the start of like setting up this match in the DLC, but this game is really close. Like if Twisty makes the right calls at the right time and has clean fights in the south in particular, like she could definitely run away with this game. I think Gray leaving the south for so long is gonna bite him if he's not careful.
Oh my God, she is now equipping all of her talismans. Well, at least we saw
mean,
it.
Better late than never. Better late than never.
And she said yep, by the way, to that hood mark or that helm mark that Gray just did. So 7-5 right now for Gray, 2 squares ahead. This column 3, honestly, I kind of like.
Okay, we're not continuing on for the talisman. Okay, good. Get some like holy grease or something for the Death Ray Bird.
Honestly, I'm seeing Bellerud here. Yeah, I think she wants to do Revered Ashes here. She wants to build this column 3. 4 statuses in Egon's Finger, man. I could see it, because then you...
I feel like you do Egon's Finger first, though, because,
Yeah.
like, Revered Ash, like, Bellerod is, other than Revered Ash, Bellerod is dead as a doornail, so...
Holy Grease and Frost Grease, by the way, from Gray here. He's going for that Deathrite Bird.
Yep. Huge call. I think this is it. This is the game-winning moment. If he has a nice, clean Deathrite Bird fight here, and Twisty kind of continues to ignore the South, I think that Gray is going to be in a really, really nice spot. Potentially, I guess Twisty is heading this way to get a Grace for the Troll, I guess, as like another option.
Wait, she has 3 drop talismans, right? Or 2? She's got Queeline. She's got Letta.
Yeah, Queeline and Letta. She's like ready to go with Emir, more or less. And then I was thinking that she would do a Catacomb for the Death Knight one, but
I would like to see Egon's Furled Finger here first, then.
Yes. Egon's Furled Finger is huge, because it's like big prio on Senesax and also Bale, because, like, again, Egon just makes that fight, like, super free. Like, you've talked to me, like, last week about Gray not having a great affinity for Bale. Egon makes that fight, like, much more tolerable. So if you kind of, like, take Egon off the board for Gray, it's going to make him not want to do that fight at all, and then you can just, like, sit on it for the rest of the game, basically, I think. If you're kind of, like, metagaming against your opponent.
Yep. Gray fighting this Deathrite Bird, having a bit of a solid
That's some damage.
Christ.
How to stem? He's dead!
Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
This is giving Twisty enough time here, honestly, because what I really like here is the fact that she's talking to Unspoch, maybe doing another invasion, or what she can do is go to Bellerot, get the Revered Ashes, and on top of that, get the key for the Tree Spirit here, because it drops a talisman in Bellerot. That could be a nice backup. I don't mind this too much, if I'm being honest.
I guess. I mean, she's gotten a lot of the talisman stuff set up already. Like, this Deathrite Bird. Maybe she doesn't like the fight or something. Gray's pivoting. He's going for the trolls.
Yeah.
The trolls are cool too. It gets you a Grace for PK if he drops down the Fissure after killing the Sleep Pot troll. Oh man, all of these just like South fights that are just hanging out here. We're almost now
Lamenter, Deathrite Bird, Senesax, Bale, Egon's... Dude, like, Jagged Peak has a lot, for sure.
Yeah,
in of itself.
All of it. It's so stacked. It's so stacked.
And, a weapon would be pretty good for that would be Great Katana with Bale and Senesax. Just saying.
Yep. I mean, the Rotten Grey Dex is going to be quite nice with the Deathrite Bird. But for all that dragon shit, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely.
Oh, what an interesting board play out.
Yeah.
For sure. So we'll see Revered Ashes here into an immediate Egon's Furled Finger maybe from Twisty? I don't know.
I mean, you keep saying it. Surely it's going to be... surely we're going to get it sometime.
I think, okay, honestly, if things happen the way they, like, sequence-wise, let's say Twisty gets the Revered Ash, but doesn't have the time yet to sit down, and Gray marks trolls. As someone who has 7 Revered Ash, Twisty should hold it, go for Egon's Furled Finger, and then sit down and pump the 5 levels of Revered Ashes, like back to back, to not really give away. She's working on the column 3. I think that would be a really, really smart play if that happens to where he gets trolls before she gets all of the Revered Ash. But probably not going to happen, as he's currently on his first troll, and she's already almost halfway through Bellerot.
I feel like they also both have pretty good access to the boss status effect square. So, like, if she does opt for Egon's Finger, unless she does it with 4 status, would be, like, hella baller, but, like, that is...
I don't know. I think at this point you're kind of too strong almost already, no? The dragons
we've been seeing her damage. I don't think she's too strong. Although I guess now that she equips some talismans, maybe it'll be a little stronger.
Also with with specifically like the dragons, they are not that prone to status. I feel like they take a while to kind of proc. Oh, wow!
Jesus.
The troll got a heart attack from doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, heart palpitation from swinging his sword too hard. Oh, that was an early roll, but it went right over her head. That's crazy. All right, she gets the last Revere Dash here. I think she already had 3 before getting to Bellerat, so Revere Dash is definitely her square here if she wants to cash it in.
Like, okay, yeah, we're quitting out. I was like, there's literally no reason for Lion on this board. I guess if you, yeah, no. No need.
Go for Egon's Finger. Go for Egon's Finger. Come on.
And sending the vibes. Sending the Egon-related vibes.
True.
Yeah.
Knockdown on Troll already. No, you can't repose this one. Is so silly, but whatever.
Yeah, this guy's such a, like, well, troll, but...
He's a goober.
Like, you can't repose him. He teleports away. Like, oh, God, this guy. Can't status him. It's just like nothing feels good about fighting this guy.
How are we not going Egon's Finger? We're going Ancient Row.
What?
Ramina, I guess? Why are
That's
we
like
not
the only thing here. I mean, it is consort prio, I suppose, but... Gray's kind of doing a cool route here, by the way. He killed the troll in the river and then is going to jump through Ensis in order to get to Balls in front of Castle Ensis. Wait, is that not a square anymore? I feel like I haven't seen that in a cajillion years.
What? This jump down?
Balls? No, like literal balls. Or did that just get like fully replaced by 3 trolls?
Yeah, it got replaced with 3 trolls, yeah. Wow, Ramina does not make a lot of sense here to me. I know it preps Consort Radon, obviously, but like, why are we not doing Egon's Finger?
It's also not really a great Ramina weapon.
Yeah. Maybe once she sees trolls, I don't know. No, once you see trolls, she's gonna go for drop talismans, I think.
Yeah, it does seem like that's what she's feeling as the block on column 4, but like, oh my god, the Deathrite Bird could just have died, and we'd be so not concerned with it anymore.
She's surprised by the Trolls Square. Okay.
I mean, we left South open for a good... When was ADM killed? Pauses and stuff, it's hard to read the log. ADM was killed at 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Gray has not shown any South until almost an hour in. Like, I don't know. I think that's...
Gray's going for Deathrite Bird.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
Now, this could be a big time sink or a big threat, however you want to see it. Because...
He does need to die again in order for Twisty to have a chance to block it. I think she's going to go for the talismans as her block, but it's so slow that she's going to lose her column in exchange.
Yeah. I don't know.
And God forbid she actually does Ramina here. Surely she's pivoting, though. She's been showing good intuition as far as, like, when to pivot. Yeah, huge. Yeah, and that's the talisman.
Stardust, okay.
Emir. Yeah. It's fine. It's not, like... It's not my favorite thing to see. Like,
but the finger!
Again, well, I mean, she does need to close this line, and... I guess, like, Gray has 0 talismans on board. Like, there's nothing that he's done that would have shown... And it's also just like a square that a lot of people don't favor. It's like it just doesn't get incrementally progressed as the game goes on from a lot of players. So I would be feeling pretty safe on my talisman progress. Sticking under the... Oh!
Gray's taking a lot of unnecessary damage here.
Okay, we're chilling. Searchable sword back up.
Okay. Big slam again.
Oh,
you should get a rod proc.
Oh my god, it missed. One of the attacks missed, and then he got a stagger. Oh my god.
He won't get a riposte. Oh, he does. That was last minute for sure. Here comes the supernova attack. Don't tell me he's gonna.
Yeah,
brother.
How is the Deathrite Bird not rotted yet? By the way, these things are not that strong against rot.
I don't know. That's a good question. Oh, but the Deathrite Bird... Oh, Jesus Christ. The Deathrite Bird put itself back in, like, the range of the other birds. So he has to try and, like...
I do really like to
back
chase the Deathrite Bird when he does the spears and just, like, get a free headshot on him, but it's really dangerous to go into the lake due to the ads.
Yeah.
By the way, if anyone at home struggles with fighting this Deathrite Bird, fighting him to this side of the lake where you don't get the birds to join in is, like, really key to making this fight not so bad. Getting spit on by those little birds. Oh! He's in a weird spot. He doesn't know exactly which way to run. Okay. Typically, you want to, like, run directly south because it makes a north-facing star. Oh, but he's kind of sandwiched. Rolls into the fire. It doesn't hit him. What is happening?
Textures, details, terrain.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's insane. He's kind of getting away with murder here on this fight.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. That is gonna be a
Alright.
Deathright Bird kill in just a second
Yeah,
here.
it's dead to the rot for sure. Just needs to not die himself. There it goes.
And Twisty's probably like, hooray! He's working towards a square I've been doing this whole time. I don't
now
like it, though.
Gray goes Egon's finger, surely, right? Yes, I think he's buying Ritual Shield here. This makes it so that it's very unlikely to get like cooked by fire memes from Egon's Drakes. I'd be very surprised
He's
if
buying 4 greases.
Greases.
She can port right away. She
Wrong
doesn't-
grease. Wrong grease. He didn't buy the Eternal Grease. It's just strictly better. Okay, he's going for the bear. Okay, didn't buy Ritual Shield. Okay. Not interested in Jagged Peak in the slightest.
Dude.
The funny thing is, like, if he does get this status effect square, he could go just, like, up Jagged Peak in a straight line and win the game. So there's just 3 squares in a row on the way up.
He's not doing that, though. He's not going to do that.
Well, if they haven't gone up the Jagged Peak by now, then I don't know. it's looked good for some reason.
He just look.
Great Katana! He found it! No expression.
And he's not using it.
I think he's got it on his... He wants it on
Okay.
his bar for the bleed.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
There's 3
Although,
drop
this
talismans
is-
here for Twisty now. Her 4th one.
Okay, he got Rot Grease. This is kind of cool. He, like, realized that it was going to be a very heavy setup. Like, he can't, like, have Great Katana and Rotten Axe on his person at the same time. So rather than try and hot swap, he just bought a Rot Grease so he can get it done that way. Nice presence of mind.
Twisty going to be doing this catacomb here for a drop talisman, which
It's synergistic.
it's synergistic, but it's so much time.
Yeah,
It's
I also
so much
feel...
time.
I feel like you could make the read that Gray has like Stone Cold Zero drop talismans given the squares he's marked, but like with this being a slow late game board, like it's also kind of hard to be because you just don't know, right? Like there's so
Yeah.
much like empty spots in the log where people are just running around. Like, well, maybe he killed Queeline and maybe he did a Letta invasion or something. Like it's really hard to tell, but based on the squares, he has Stone Cold Zero. It's taking him a while to get the
He's
sleep.
got the
There it is.
sleep. There it is.
Is he interrupting it? He
Yeah, he
interrupted
interrupted
it.
it. Yeah.
Oopsie daisies. But when you get the sleep, it's a really nice time to apply your second status.
Yeah, I was a
presume
little
he's got the
confused, but
bleed
he's waiting for the
already.
bleed proc first.
It's also possible that, like, because he didn't choose Eternal
There's
Sleep,
the bleed.
that is factoring it in as well. Is he gonna go for other statuses? We're picking, we're chipping away this health bar. You need that health bar, my friend. He's
There.
going for another stagger so he can. Grease.
I don't know if you have enough health to play with here.
Yeah, he knows he's out. I think he's just gonna quit out and try again. I think he has enough greases to do it. Maybe.
That just seemed like a really delayed reaction, I feel like, to realizing that you... I don't know. That was just very confusing. For sure. There's so many like extra hits in there that weren't necessary.
I feel like if he got the sleep proc with the Jawbone Axe, where it doesn't build up like early bleed and won't do that much damage, because like if he uses the Great Katana this whole fight, he runs the risk of getting 2 bleeds, which almost certainly makes this impossible.
I think, I don't know. I think I would do the sleep and the katana at the same time because you want to build up 2 statuses to make it like more attainable rather than like spreading out damage too much between 2 different weapons. But I think once you get the sleep and the bleed, then switching to Jawbone wouldn't be the worst.
Ooh.
But I don't know. This is
There's so much
definitely-
multitasking in this fight. It also can kind of make your fight a little sloppy because you're like trying to think about like, okay, how many statuses have I seen? When is an opening to grease? And then all of a sudden you jump into a a big rock explosion.
Did he hit sleep at all on the red bear? I haven't seen it.
I
feel
don't
like.
know. If he did, it dispelled it immediately.
He did get the bleed proc though, and now he's just hitting.
I think he made. Well,
What
the
is he
grease is
doing?
gone. I don't know if he can tell. Like, so the thing is if you interrupt the sleep like immediately, like all you would see, you would hear like a little sound effect, and then
You
see
see
the
it
little,
though,
like,
yeah, the little
feathers.
pink, the little pink.
Yeah, but
yeah.
if you're hitting him in the ass at like that exact moment, like you know, because he's hunched over, he's a bear. Like the little like dust or whatever the hell on his head might just be invisible, and he might just be like, I don't know if I got the sleep because I just didn't see it.
Dude, and now he's going for Egon's finger. Bro, I am actually so annoyed.
It's fine. They're doing it. That's all that matters.
That is actually insane.
An hour in. At least it's getting done.
We had to do a full line, get it blocked, and then have status effects not work for us to then consider Egon's furled finger. That's bananas.
I also thought that he'd be eyeing this up earlier as well because of the aforementioned Bale benefit. Like, just like having this dude for Bale. If you hate fighting Bale, you know, this does make it significantly more free. So the first person to get Egon's finger gets to kind of count on having Bale in the tank.
There we go. Death Knight time here for Twisty. She's putting poison grease on a Rotten Duelist axe.
I feel like you cannot, through 4 status effect, this guy, and poison...
Might just be from what she had from the beginning of the game. She's like, no, I might as well just use it now. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, the square's still on the board.
Yeah. You can Frost proc him, and you can Rot proc him. I know that.
Yeah. I don't know if you can poison him.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm never sure if it's like, if it is a dead guy, or if it's just like a death-themed, like, actual guy. I guess he doesn't bleed, but neither do Crucible Knights. So, like, what's that about?
Aren't Crucible Knights just, like, animated armor, though? Or are they actual people?
I don't know. They got names, and they frost, and they rot.
Yeah, but I could name my table. Does that mean it's... you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Do they poison? Because I feel like poison would be a living thing only.
They rot. I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. He is rotted. He's not poisoned, so...
Someone in chat will know, and...
Not living.
Oh, we'll know at some point in the future, maybe. Where's my Crucible Knight lore enjoyers? All right.
Death Knight fight's going pretty well.
Looks like Gray, by the way, has fully switched over to the Great Katana. He's not infused, though. He has the Ash of War. He could, he has, like, a lot of points in strength. He could go get, like, the Iron Wet Blade to just, like, give himself the strength infusion for it.
You know what I could see, by the way, is that Twisty's going to mark drop talismans here, and then Gray's going to die to Jagged Peak Drake and see that she put all the time into drop talismans and pivot away from this.
He doesn't have Ritual Shield on, so he could definitely get fire memed. That is a thing that could happen.
I just see it. I just see it happening.
Where he's like putting a bunch of time in game 1.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, okay, well, I just died there, so I'm going to leave now.
Oh, nice iframe dodge on the fire. Very well done.
Ooh.
Huge bleed proc on the head.
That was a lot. That was a chunky damage for sure.
Seeing his skinny ass ankles. It's kind of funny that dragons are weakest to pierce, but like they're kind of hard to hit a lot of the time with pierce attacks.
He's got to get out. The fire is coming in from the other dragon here.
Oh, gets on torrent. That can sometimes be a death sentence. When you fall off torrent, you get like no iframes and can get 100 to 0'd.
Oh, he's got the rod on Jagged Peak Drake too, though. That's pretty good. Oh,
yeah, he's probably fine.
Oh, so much for that. Oh, there is the fire breath. Bro, Gray is lucky.
How? Dude, he's invincible. He cannot be touched.
Because it was like aimed higher than usual, I guess, or something. I don't know.
I swear to God, in the base game, like, I have been...
Oh!
Okay, well, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, that is a lot of damage. Rakshasa
There's more fire.
Shield. Here comes the fire. It just... He's alive?
Oh,
wow.
Dude, that's baloney. I'm not going to lie. Oh, not deserved, bro. Not deserved. But Romina here going to be... there's Egon's furled finger.
Now the row 3.
Yep. And Senesax is right there.
No Gray in Season 7 confirmed. Pissed off the organizer too much.
He goes from Egon's furled finger to Senesax. He's not even going for Bale or Senesax. He's like, yeah, He wants her to do all the crappy stuff. 10-7 right now for Gray. 3 squares ahead. Romina fight for Twisty.
Big screen. And this is the riposte, Colossal Speed.
Oh, she has Frost now on this Rotten Duelist at the very least.
Oh, huge. Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Yellow
really going to
damage.
help on this fight. Romina's super weak to Frost. Also, just in general, when you get an attunement on, your AR goes up.
What is going on today? What?
Damn. Maybe she has Starlink too.
Is it like one,
there goes Gray.
It's like one of those things. Over time, it's like the chip in your brain, but it's everyone just gets Starlink for internet.
Just kill me now.
I don't want it. This is all there is.
Phase transition. Giving her a lot of space on Twisty's side here.
Holy frames.
Nice jump punish.
I always love that when you like do a punish and then she like drags you with her. She
Yeah, that
waddles
feels
away.
so good. Ride the little Romina
Oh.
Express to more damage.
Nice frost
Another
proc.
Frost proc, yeah. More stalling.
I do wonder genuinely with how slow Rotten Duelist Axe is and Great Katana is kind of if Lamenter's going to be a problem or not because we don't have Wild Strikes.
He's got Savage Lion's Claw at this point on Gray, so he should just be able to hyper armor through the little clones. He just needs to be able to see which one is the real one.
No rot proc yet, by the way, still. Is she not rottable?
Nah, she's not rottable. She can't be rotted or poisoned.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go back here.
Square marked. From the void.
Oh, Twisty's camera's gone.
What? Phasing back in. Praying to the server. Okay, it's back. Still in the fight.
What is happening?
Dude, holy freeze frame. She coming.
I did reset her real quick here.
Hey,
Okay.
she's dead.
Okay.
All right, maybe I guess no big screen today. That's just
Yeah,
the vibes,
big screen
I
just
suppose.
ruins everything. I don't know why though.
Unfortunate. We'll catch up someday. Alright, here we go. Gray into Lamenter. He could have just dropped down this hole. He has Longtail Cat Talisman. I've seen people put it back on for the Lamenter jail just because like there's a bunch of drops that don't kill you but make you take a lot of damage. So if you bought Longtail Cat Talisman for the parkour at the start of the game, just like pop that bad boy back on and just run through the Lamenter jail, easy peasy. But takes his ladder. Huge time loss. Alright, doing the tech where you pummel Lamenter with your fists to get the blood on him. Every hit that Lamenter sustains gets some blood decals on him, making him visible in the illusion phase. So when you have a slow weapon, it's very common to see players just take out their bare fists and beat his ass for a little while, and then swap back over to the main weapon to trigger the phase transition. So now we'll see Gray look to head back to the opening of the room, get a nice full view so that like red Lamenter really stands out. He's waiting, and then he should be able to correctly identify him. Then I'll just lock on, do the Savage Lion's Claws. There he is to the side. And then the Savage Lion's Claw will make sure he doesn't get interrupted by any, like, micro-staggery hits from the little baby guys. They're actually not closing on him, so he's just able to do the R1 chain, save his FP for later. He did break the illusion, right? Like, I can't see the other Lamenters, but the black smoke has stopped coming in. But, like, normally he does, this, like, the crying thing, and that ends the...
Yeah, he's getting a lot of free damage with that for sure.
Dude, yeah, he's destroying this guy. Also, Lamenter's kind of... Dude,
Gray...
if Lamenter kills him one-on-one, I would laugh my ass off all day.
I was about to say, Gray cannot get too greedy with that, for sure.
One more illusion phase, no big deal. Oh, and he's right there.
There it is.
Sweet. All right. It's Senesax time, Twisty. Sorry.
If she went for Egon's furled finger, man.
Yep.
Damn, dude. Yeah, NPC dropped weapons is a way longer square than people I think realize.
The talismans.
Yeah, sorry, what did I say?
Yeah, dropped weapons, but
Oh, drop talismans.
yeah, it's a long ass square. At 3, it can be like kind of not the worst, but 4 is. I mean, she does have a catacomb, but like Gray's ahead. Gray just needs like 1 square. He just needs 1 square, and then he can go bail Egon. Much to his chagrin, I'm sure, but it would be pretty free at that point. He's eyeing back up this bear. He wants to. Okay, there's the jawbone axe, like I was saying. I think like if he bought the eternal sleep grease rather than the soporific grease, I feel like this is really, really easy. The bear just stays down forever with that. I don't think he wakes back up until you stagger him. Like, I think that's what triggers him waking up from the eternal sleep grease. So you just like, you can just like wild strikes him, proc whatever status you want. As long as you get like 1 bleed off the great katana, you're just fine.
This is actually kind of insane. If Catacombs was off the board... Actually, no, if Statuses was off the board, we have Senisax, Bale, Radon, Putrescent Knight, and Catacombs. That's it. That's kind of insane. Just big boss fights and a Catacomb.
A lot of late game. A lot of late game. And then 1 little red bear, which is somehow harder than like every other objective Gray has tried.
Yeah. Okay, the damage is a lot less here. This is what I was saying before, right? You don't want to have huge damage when it comes to 4 statuses. This Jawbone Axe definitely has no damage. Ooh.
He's having a hard time with that ground shake move.
Uh-oh.
Okay, spaces it. That was a very confident spacing. I was not confident that he was out of the range of that, but glad he was.
Still trying to go for the sleep.
Yep. It's interesting because the bear is like, it's susceptible to
There it
sleep.
is.
There it goes. But it's not like super weak to it, so it does take a lot of hits in order to actually. Nice, and waits for the bear to actually fall down. So now he gets a little bit of wild striking on the old booty. He's like shoving the bear.
He's like pushing it. Yeah, what the hell?
It's getting him out of the range of the wild strikes because the weapon's so short.
That's
what the? I've never
insane.
seen that. Very strange. Must be like a sleep only thing. Oh, gets another.
There's the
oh,
Rod
oh.
proc. Okay, and now just go Katana, right?
Yeah.
Katana Frost. There
Does
you
need
go.
Frost. Yeah, but yeah, he's got tons of health bar left. He should get a guaranteed double proc here. This move, dude, it's got his number. It's the
Oh my god!
Oh my god! It's the only move in the game that is giving him trouble today. Everything else he's just magically avoiding, like he's got plot armor. But like this move, which is actually a pretty simple move to dodge, he just can't today. That's crazy.
I wonder how confident Twisty is on Senisax. If she can get Senisax, bro, this could actually be a very interesting match. But also, Consort Radon and Putrescent Knight being on completely opposite ends of the world is...
It's tough, yeah.
That's
Gray
crazy.
needs to continue having a gargantuan incident on this bear, I think, for Twisty to have a reasonable shot of like coming back into the lead. Okay, how's it looking? Does she know head tech? That's the big question.
I did see her practice the other day on Senisax, and
Double
she seemed decently comfortable with it, I would say.
She does like to sit at low HP, I've noticed.
Rod proc and Frost proc would definitely pull a lot of weight here.
We're sitting at low health.
Yeah, don't like that at all.
All right, Gray's onto the katana. He must have gotten the other procs. It does look rotted. It probably slept. Surely we don't have another goofy ground shake incident, right? 3 times in a row or whatever it took to kill him.
There
All
we
right,
go.
stagger.
Okay.
No, he's gonna overhead stance if he
okay.
wants to get some more status.
No post. Okay. Okay. We get
Yeah,
the...
it probably doesn't want to trigger his Blade of Mercy. Don't want too much damage.
There it
Okay,
is.
there's the frost.
4 statuses. Yeah.
There's the bleed right at the end. Nicely done.
Okay. 12-8 now. Now all we have left is some big boss fights and catacombs. And he's going for Putrescent Knight. Okay.
Oh my god. This man cannot be coaxed to bail by any means necessary. He's even got Egon's finger advantage.
No, and Twisty
Yeah.
dying again to Senisax here.
Yeah, Senisax is a bit of a beast. When I coach players on the DLC and they're not confident on Senesax, I basically always tell them to take a little bit of time to go and get like a lightning resist talisman. There's a free one in Shadowkeep, or you can just get the +2 one from Kale for like 5k runes, like super cheap. Like really helps make sure that you don't get like one shot by like a lightning hand hit combo.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes like just looking at your armor. Ooh, God. Ugh.
Damn.
Lamb jammed. Sometimes like you can have like armor from the DLC that is more lightning resistant. Like the Highland set outside of Red Bear has better lightning resist than the Knight armor, because it's all metal, right? So it just like conducts the electricity. And then like Egon's set is also pretty good against lightning, so. But, you know, a lot of players just want to face tank it and start the ego fight, which I relate to.
We'll see how this goes. I don't know how comfortable Gray is with Putrescent Knight.
I watched him fight it last night. It didn't go all that well, but he's kind of been feeling himself a little bit more in this game, so I think he'll be fine.
Ooh, Senesax to the breath attack here.
Yeah, at the very end of the chasing the tail. That sucks.
Gets the headshot. Okay.
No, doesn't have to heal. No, she's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being a little greedy. That's
yeah,
tough.
you gotta stay at high health against Senesax. It's just
You
like,
definitely
it's so
feel the
easy
pressure,
to get
right?
clipped.
So
Yeah.
that's always tough.
But dude, this was a cool game. Like they were like so close for so long. It's just like how the South wound up getting claimed was going to define the match. So there was like a lot of really great tension in this one. Like Twisty,
Yeah.
if she had like went for the Deathrite Bird and Egon's Finger, like when we were screaming our heads off about it, like I think she could have had a really, really nice. I mean, these are difficult fights. Like as you can see, the Deathrite Bird's giving her a bit of a hard time, but I think she could have really taken it to Gray in this game. In this late game, I should say. She did a really nice job throughout the mid and early game.
Oh, she's going towards Bale now, at least just grabbing that Grace and maybe pivoting out? Maybe finishing Catacombs? Because he did get Rakshasa, so maybe Gray's thinking, or sorry, maybe Twisty's thinking, hey, if he got Rakshasa, he might go for Jory and the other Catacomb. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what she's thinking.
Let me do Jory then.
I feel like PK is another pretty like reasonable choice for Gray, like face up on board because of the sleep pot troll. Like having that dead means that you have a Grace ahead on PK very likely. So if he's not like wanting to do Bale for reasons, then I think this is a pretty obvious second choice. Gray also not much of a split progressor, so I kind of expect him to just full send the PK here. So
yeah. I'll be honest, I think we probably won't be able to see, we probably wouldn't see every single square, even with 40 minutes left, because they're just all so all over the place.
Yeah, like, Twisty's the only one with Radon progress. Well, yeah, maybe. 40 minutes? You could kill Radon in, I don't know, 15 minutes or something.
Yeah, around there.
If you're schmovin'. And then like the rest of the board, like the problem is like Twisty needs to mark all these squares. So like if the score count were closer and they could share some of the square marks, then you could probably get there and under the time limit. But because she has to mark, like if she wins, she has to mark every single square on this board. Like that ain't happening in 40 minutes, I don't think.
That's tough.
It'd
Very
be
execution
tough.
heavy.
It's also just like an unavoidable amount of just running around the edges of the earth. No amount of execution is going to get you to run up enter a limb and PK any quick. Well, I guess like there's a little bit of gauntlet running sections where getting mowed down by bozos is a slowdown mechanic. But otherwise, it's just travel time. Just so much travel time.
Yeah.
Stone of Garank.
I love that spell.
Yeah, that'd be so. He's being a good boy. Like he was gonna use that on PK, but discarding it.
That's the
Misbegotten
rules.
did fall to gravity.
Rules are rules. You gotta discard. You know, even if you're not gonna use it, just in case. Just in case your computer lags and you throw a rock all of a sudden.
lags, sits you down at a grace, memorizes a spell.
Yeah. Happens all the time.
Cat on the keyboard. You never know what those crafty cats can be up to.
Not getting the Sanctified Wetblade here is interesting. Just fully committing to...
Oh, Gray. End the game. No taunting and teasing. Come on now. He was doing a little bit of the equip the helm, unequip the helm, do the little pump block.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's all right. We'll let him celebrate his victory. A second... Well, I guess he's still got to fight this thing, but very likely a second 2-0 from him. Very, very nice. New face for a lot of people. Very cool to see new faces be doing good.
Here we go. Horse charge. I'm surprised that didn't hit him for some reason. I don't know. I felt like that should have. That was close.
Yeah.
Gets
Okay,
tagged by the
taking
overhead
the-
slams. Not bad damage.
Getting stepped on a little bit.
Ooh. Okay.
Still fine. Has space to heal. The roll R1 on the Colossal doesn't have a lot of range, and PK do be
Yeah.
moving around a lot. How did that not hit him? What is that?
Just the crouch, man, from the Colossal.
Well, it
Oh, he
didn't
might
work
get a
that time.
stagger here. There's 2 catacombs here. What the frick? Okay.
For a sec, I thought that was PK because Gray was so far ahead.
Jesus,
But that should also be coming.
She's not even
any
in the
moment.
fight yet.
And that's Jory too. Like Jory takes a while. What the helly?
Yeah, that was a bit.
That wasn't
really
a miss mark,
behind.
was it? No, she poured it out.
She is at Caro's hidden grave now.
Holy hell!
Jesus.
All right. Warp speed.
Oh, and here it is though.
Oh! Rot.
Never mind.
Not enough time. Not
Alright.
enough time, I don't think. Gets frostbitten for good measure.
Oh. Okay, after seeing 2. Oh no, Twisty does mess up the skip there, sadly.
She's made the right call about which square he's going for, though. But, yeah, a good 10 minutes of running and fighting behind. Maybe a few more barely doesn't tick out to rot damage deaths, and we can call it a comeback. Ooh.
Oh, that's tough.
This is definitely one of the goofier skips in the DLC. You gotta like wedge yourself just in that one little nook and then do the little slippy slidey down on Torrents and have him not break his ankles and send you to your doom.
Yeah. All right, there you go. There
PK
you
doing
go.
a little peepo torrenting of his own. Scream.
Gray Ray taking some damage.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
I remember when the DLC was like teased, and then people thought this was Radon on his horse.
Yeah.
That was always a fun little community lore thing.
A crazy theory. He is guarding like Saint Trina. There is like an obvious parallel, I think, of like
Yeah.
this guy kind of being Radon guarding half of Saint Trina, and like actual Radon being with like Nicola. Like, there we go.
There
We're
it
down the
is.
skip.
Ooh, nice stagger. Oh, it's going for a charge R2 into that. Oh, does not cancel out the phase 2 though. Does he
Lots to
survive
him.
this time?
Surely. Just little hops. Hop again.
There we go.
One more time.
He's got it.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, he's got it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's gonna be a huge punish window at the end of this, unless something goofy.
Yep,
All right,
there it
yeah,
is.
It's dead. It's dead, I guess. Phew.
Bang! GG's to Gray, 13-9.
Second 2-0 for
Ha.
him to his name.
Damn.
Cat.
Cal the computer
Moving
warming
through
it up
this
for him. Keeping it warm, keeping it warm. GG's to Gray, man. Another 2 points on the leaderboard. Huge. Oh,
Hell yeah.
gotta change this. Uno momento.
It's pet time.
And then we go. Dog.
Jeez.
Here we go. That's the overlay I'm looking for. And we go to the post match. Holy schmoly. What a bunch of all over the place matches, man. Not gonna lie. All over the place matches. Crazy, crazy.
I cannot remember a damn thing from game 1.
Well, that's why I got the board here.
That's why we got the screenshot. Yep.
Go ahead and pull this up real quick. Let's do this. All right. Let me bring in the game 1 board real quick here. Bang. It's a little small. It's okay. All right, we'll bring in oh.
Hard to tell if Gray is there or taking a post-match restroom break. That was a long one.
True. Oh, he's turning his camera. Yo, GG's, Gray. GG's.
GG's.
We was cooking.
I felt bad.
About what?
Everything. Nerves
GG's,
got
Gray.
me.
GG's, Twisty.
The nerves, right?
Nerves fried me, dude. Like,
Oh, I know.
I was
Man,
shaking. after
everyone
first.
was on edge today. Like you guys were nervous. My first commentary gig, so I'm nervous. Dom's freaking out about the software going all ape.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I also my PC
Understandable.
crashed, so that was great too.
Yeah.
I have game 1 up here. If you guys want to go under the matches Discord chat, yeah,
Yep.
the
Okay.
games there. I mean, first off, great matches from both of you guys. Great calls from both of you guys. What was the biggest hurdle you think for game 1 for you guys when it came to the board and everything? What was like the biggest concern?
Who's starting?
Gray, if you want to start, go ahead.
Okay. I thought that, genuinely speaking, the precipice and tunnel play was the strongest one, but I still wanted to go for something that is kind of setting my weapon at the same time in terms of I will have enough money to wield my weapon immediately, so I can do row 5. I did get snipe on it, but genuinely timing on when to upgrade, I think it was pivotal in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys both did a good job getting upgraded in a timely manner, so there wasn't like a huge difference as far as that was concerned, which is great to see. It's kind of tough to see some of the base games where one person is just way ahead on upgrades and then also puts on a lot of pressure, and the opponent can't find the time to catch back up on both the board and on upgrades. So nicely done from both of you.
Yeah. As soon as I
Yeah, it
got
was a
sniped,
big
like
killing
yeah,
board.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I got sniped, I kind of said, like, you know, it's good, but I need to get my weapon online for later things, you know.
What about for
So
you,
you-
Twisty?
Well, so I kind of saw the same thing. I wish I'd done it a little bit differently. The O'Neill snipe was tough. He walked out of my first baboosh, and I mixed up my tunnels. I wanted to do magma worm first, and then I fully forgot, because that I think was going to be my second or one of my tunnels, the one in Kaled, and I thought that was going to be really strong. In general, you know, the other thing I kind of wish I'd done a little differently is because tunnels, and I'd gone for that, you can really get a lot of upgrading out of that, and I just kind of rushed the upgrade to not fall behind, I think, where it could have been a little more synergistic.
I think possibly. I don't know. You both kind of upgraded at the same time exactly. To be honest, where both you Twisted were at Somber 9 and then Gray was at Somber 10. He did go the little extra mile there for the Somber 10 in Halictree, but you both pretty much upgraded to max at the same exact time. And then after that was just more or less like what you guys wanted to go for on the board, which was like the most critical in that moment for both of you guys. Were there any lines though that you guys really liked that you wanted to go for?
I liked the bottom row until I got sniped first thing on it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, O'Neill was snipe.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
news to us too.
Oh.
The visual was down at the time. We had no idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he had like 1 HP and
Oh
he
my
didn't
God.
get babooshed.
I missed quite a few
In the
babooshes
last
as well.
one,
Yeah.
It was, I didn't even miss any. It was that
Oh
one.
really? Oh my god.
Yeah.
But you
That's
sniped me on
tough. Just a
NPC,
trick.
friendly NPCs as well.
Yeah.
I had 2 of them dead. I was on the way towards Yura.
There were a lot of
That's what I
snipes.
figured.
Yeah, you
Yes.
sniped me on tunnels and precipices as well after that.
You sniped me on, I think, 4 squares.
Oh my god.
Did 3 or 4. The
Which ones?
mostly it was my fault though. I got a little greedy with the putrid avatar in Consecrated, and I stayed there a little too long, dying. So you got that on
That
me
one is
while
tough,
I was
but
at
that
the
one is
third
quite
one,
good for 30 arcane though. That one would
which
have
is
been really good for
exactly
30.
why I
Yeah,
went
yeah,
there.
yeah.
I wanted
thought
that
about
into
it.
30 arcane.
Yeah, I did thought about
You got me
it,
on
but,
Incants.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you didn't go that one
Yeah.
for Erdtrees?
No, actually, when I was going Magma Worm, I went out of my way to get Rot View Balcony so I can do the one in front of Watchdog Duo.
Yeah.
That was my third one, and one in Vaping, one in Leonia.
Yep. I got a little too greedy with it. I said one more try, like held up a finger. I was like, one more try, and then I gave it one more after that, and that's what lost me at.
It would have
Stick
been
to
an
the one
amazing
more.
good call, though, to be honest. Like, that was, like,
Yeah.
I think if that would just be like a first try execution on that Erdtree avatar in Consecrated, that would have been a big shift, because I do think that square changed a lot of
It
how
was
that board was
important.
played.
It was important, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
For
yeah.
both
That
column
was
5
huge.
and row 4. Yeah.
The other thing is like you actually pivoted out at kind of the right time, like with given the incidents that was happening, you pivoted out in like just enough time to be able to get the one in Liurnia, but had a bit of skip troubles, and Gray was able to
I
get
know.
it.
Oh my god, that
It was-
statue is slippery as fuck.
Yeah, that statue's crazy sometimes. But yeah, I think you like did a really nice job like pivoting around with your prio and like responding to what Gray had marked, and not like just know kind of mindlessly closing out on the square that you were working on. Like you knew he wasn't working on something, you pivoted somewhere else, got a bit of progress, came back and finished it
Yep.
before too much time had elapsed. Just really, really nice bingo fundamentals.
Yeah.
Just gotta get that technique up.
I
It'll
felt
come. It'll come for
more
sure.
than threatened in both games, so you are more than formidable foe in general,
That's good. I did learn you don't like to finish your lines. I did learn that.
On this one, so I had a pleasure pushing you into things. But,
I think
A
it
little
depends
bit.
on the final square for Gray. Like if it's a big nasty boss or something, he's not gonna go do it. But like we
like
saw him,
Rykard in
Yep.
this case.
yeah, we saw him bingo Gustav last week, so
Exactly.
I wouldn't
See-
count him out.
I did see the double on Rykard, and you still had, I think, 2 squares left at that point. So I was like, oh, maybe he
Still
will go for
knocking
Rykard. And I
towards it,
started
you
making
know,
progress. Yeah. And then you marked Miriam, and I went, nope, he's going for fast squares. Fuck.
Basically, why I went for Miriam, it was to block row 1, because at that point I didn't have incants, and I wanted just to block all things. That's why I went Miriam into Wyke, just to block all bingos, basically.
Or was that
But-
before? Sorry, I might have mixed it up.
Could be.
I might have meant
But, I don't
incants.
know. In general, like this, like obviously I won by bingo the last week, but in this one just didn't felt like worth commitment to go for. Because let's say if I go for Rykard and I get sniped, I'm wasting more than 5 minutes on that, and that is putting me even more behind. But at the point in time, pushing you left and right, like I knew that he was ahead on 3 bosses, but I still pushed it into it. It will still take some time that I can do other stuff, you know. That was main logic behind it.
I did like the play from you, though, Twisty, where, like, you worked on 2 Erdtree bosses, Erdtree avatars, and then you did Tree Sentinel Duo first. And I thought that was kind of like a actually really cool sneaky play, because you're kind of like faking out or kind of misdirecting Gray into thinking that you're working on duo trio bosses, when in reality you already have progression on Erdtree avatars. So I
Yeah,
just thought
that
that
was-
was a really nice idea, you know.
That's exactly the plan. I think because he marked something.
That
I'm
was
trying to scroll
awesome
back up
plan,
and
by
see
the
which
way.
one.
I like you got me there. I was not thinking of that, you know.
Yeah.
I think you did Magnus, and then I
Oh,
pivoted,
yeah,
and you
one
got
time.
Godskin
He's a
Apostle while I
bitch.
was fighting them, or something.
He's a
Somewhere
bitch.
around there.
Magnus smacked me with his hammer, you know, like just did Savage like Lion's Claw into straight to my head, and I one shot.
Dom cursed you right then. It was perfect.
Okay. I feel a bit better. If
He
Dom
then
was-
tried in game 2 and it didn't work. So
Yeah.
More actively in game 2. Speaking of game 2, let's go ahead and we'll check that one out too here real quick. Game 2, very intense, but also a bit of a game of chicken, I want to say here, with this Egon's Furled Thinker center square. What was up with that between the two of you? You both kind of really avoided that with all your power. Why was that? Was that a thing of like you were just worried that if you committed too much time to it that you would lose out on something else, or what exactly was the big issue with this center square for you? Gray, if you want to start first.
That's basically it. You summed it up quite correctly. Like I know how long that fight can be and how trolly it can be. As well, I didn't want to make too many extra TPs back to Kale. Usually, when I'm fighting them, I like to have at least a ritual shield to survive the flame attacks if it doubles up. That's basically it. I didn't want to waste too much time on it and then to be punished for it, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. What about you, Twisty?
Yeah, kind of the same thing. I mean, I did ADM first with the squares, so I knew that I was at least somewhat ahead. But given how spread out everything was, because I feel like there was
ADM
a pretty
was a
even.
snipe, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you get Jawbone?
I was not using. I guess I did get it, but I was using the Colossal at that fight. I skipped heal with Colossal still.
I just
but
wild strikes him to death.
Yeah, wild strikes is so quick. Yeah.
But so I didn't know for sure that you were going there. I wasn't sure if you were going to get more progress elsewhere, and so I didn't know where you were, and you knew where I was. But it's a long fight, and what's behind it? Like a lot of south, which I did come back to a few times, but I didn't go up because one, I mean, I tried Senesax a couple times. I've only just learned head tech, and it's hard. And Bale's just, again, like a long fight if it goes wrong. So those are squares that you want long game, but I felt like I just needed to make more map progress and pick up some other squares first and get stronger before going somewhere up there.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
understandable.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough board. There's a lot of big kills on this one. Surprisingly, a lot of big kills. So it was definitely going to be interesting to see how it would have played out for both you guys, right? Yeah, was there a boss fight that you guys were either worried about, besides obviously the obvious Bale or Concert Radon? Was there one that you're like, oh god, I don't want to necessarily have to do this myself, let me push my opponent into that one? Was there any of those other squares there, or no?
Not
Pushing, not so
necessarily
much.
on my end. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like fighting Rolana too early. I'm still very new to most DLC bosses in general. So I like to just be as strong as possible before I have to do them.
Yeah.
Which is something I'm working on. But it wasn't, I wasn't like, oh, I should push Gray into this because this is hard. Like, it's hard for me, but it's not a hard square to get.
Fair.
And then I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I felt a
Go on.
bit underskadooed whole game. Like I think I skipped few definitely, but I think for Alana that I did semi-late-ish in a game that I was only like Skadoo 3 as well for it. but
Really?
yeah.
I was like 9.
Oh my god.
I was getting all of it.
Towards the end, I think I was 6. Like at the end,
Yeah.
Well, also, surprisingly for both of you guys, you got Ancient Dragonman quite early, but did not use the Grey Katana for a long time. Was that because you're just way too used to using the Rotten Duelist Axe? Did you forget about it? Just a little surprised, I guess, yeah.
A little of both.
Yeah.
So I did not
I forgot about it and kept statting away from it.
I did not forget about it. I loved Grey Katana, but just felt for the things that I was doing at the time that stronger poise dealing weapon would be better. But I tried to use it on Red Bear, and fuck that guy. I tried it multiple times, and I wasted, I think, good like 7 minutes or something just on attempting 4 status effects on Red Bear.
You did get the sleep,
that?
by
Yeah,
the way. You didn't have to reset. You did get the sleep. You just...
I didn't see.
Yeah. The first time I saw the sleep proc.
When I was going with Grey Katana?
Yeah. And then you
Oh, my
kept on
God.
swinging. I was like, why is he swinging? Like, he already has that. Why is he not playing another Grease?
I didn't see.
And then you canceled out, and we were like, oh, wow, okay. That's interesting. So, yeah, that's just tough, right? Especially if it's not Eternal Sleep, but just normal sleep. But, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
overall,
by the
great
Eternal.
matches, though. Sorry, go
By
ahead.
the Eternal Sleep.
Yeah, Eternal Sleep.
one.
Yeah.
The darker one. The darker one is way better.
Yeah, Gray. Did you hear that?
Yes.
All right. There's a fantastic match though from both of you guys. Gray taking 2 more points onto the leaderboard here, but I mean a really, really enjoyable match. Besides the stuttering on my end, I don't know what the hell was happening. appreciate you guys playing today. You guys have matches, I believe, next week lined up as well. So best of luck to you guys next week as well. Thank you so much for playing, and hope you guys have a good rest of your Saturday/Sunday. All right.
Thank you.
Likewise, it was my pleasure playing you, Twisty. You are formidable.
Yeah,
foe.
same.
Thank you,
GGs.
Dom, for hosting, and thank you, Pepper Jack, for commentary. I assume it was good. I will watch it tomorrow.
Oh, I was so mean to you. I tore you a new one every chance I got.
Knew it.
All the Costa cursing.
Exactly. All right. Well, have a good night. Have a good night, guys. Thanks so much for playing. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, and with that, Jack, we're going to close out for the day here. Going to close out for the day. Thanks so much for commentating with me today, Jack. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. For the people that don't know you, go ahead and give yourself a rundown. Like, where can people find you? What do you do? What do you work on?
Yeah, I do be on Twitch. It is just Peppa Jack. That is the name. Doing bingo like year round, like big part of community bingo club, all that kind of stuff. So you'll find me hosting tournaments, playing in different tournaments. Hopefully playing here again at some point, and hopefully commentating here again at some point. I did want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this. It did take a sec to kind of like warm up. Like whenever you cast with a new person, it takes like a moment to kind of figure out your jive and stuff. But yeah, this was a lot of fun, dude. This was so much fun. Despite the little tech hiccups and stuff, I hope everyone had a wonderful time watching at home.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, definitely. Apologies for the tech issues, guys. I don't know what's going on because yesterday was smooth as butter for all 4 matches. So I don't know what today was going on. Part of it, I think, is Gray's internet. That was the first half. Second half, that was probably me, and I don't know what the hell happened there. So it'd be what it'd be. But I appreciate having you on, Jack. Thanks for commentating. Appreciate you, man. 100%. And where would you like to rate the people? That's our ending here. What would you like to send the people?
Let's see. Let's take a little thing. How about let's go to Lucy Fitzpatrick doing hitless, working on a PB.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and do that. Let me make sure I'm typing it right. I know who that is, but it's some people that when they have long names, I just don't want to mistype it. Cool. Got it. All right. Got her lined up. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. Guys, we are sold out of tickets for the live event, by the way. We are completely sold out, so absolute bananas. Thank you so much for everybody that bought a ticket. Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. 2 more matches tomorrow being dropped. Who's playing tomorrow? Let me just double check real quick. I know one of them is V-Swed.
I think they're banger matches.
Raydans versus Iron U. It's going to be Iron U's first match, so get ready for that. Raydans versus Iron U. And then Tom versus V-Sweat. So 2 banger matches tomorrow. Going to be very, very exciting. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and go on to Bingo Brawlers on YouTube if you missed any matches. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great Saturday. Ta-ta. Bye-bye now. Take care. Take care. Bye-bye.